Welcome to Game 2 of college baseball's biggest series of the weekend. Number 3 North Carolina got to work early and often last night. Tar Heels belting 3 home runs and taking a 5-0 lead, and they left the rest to star pitcher Jason DeCaro. Carolina comes away with a big win and snap number 2 Georgia Tech's 13-game win streak. What's next? We'll find out on ACC Network. It's a high noon Saturday start at the Bosch. Auto Owners Insurance presents ACC Baseball. Number 3 North Carolina and number 2 Georgia Tech continue this weekend series. And the Tar Heels winners last night, and James Ramsey's Jackets have yet to lose back-to-back games this season. We welcome you upstairs. Great to be with Eduardo Perez, West Durham. The marquee matchup coming in was Georgia Tech's offense and Carolina's pitching. Carolina took both categories last night.
5 runs there, and it is a very, and when you looked at it, the ERA of North Carolina prevailed yesterday, only allowing 2 runs in the game. Georgia Tech has to be able to hit. They have to be able to defend to do well. They were able to keep them in the yard as well. And the runs per game, holding them to 2 yesterday, that was job well done by the North Carolina pitching. So far, so good for North Carolina. They still have 2, and it starts here tonight, and it starts on the mound as well. But before that, you look at these 2 guys. 0 for 9 in the game yesterday. 1 run on 1 walk. These 2 guys combined all season long. Vaughn Lackey, Drew Burris, the 1-2 spot on the team, 45 extra base hits. Held them to 0 extra base hits yesterday. Now on the mound, it's going to be on Ryan Lynch. Can he be able to do what they were able to do yesterday? The sophomore from Morristown, New Jersey, 6'4" on the mound. His slider has to be on point. If he's able to get that slider on point and keep the Georgia Tech team on the field, this is a team that he'll give himself a chance to be able to win again today.
So Lynch and the Tar Heels ready to go. And here is Burris to start things off. 0 for 5 with a strikeout last night. Georgia Tech only had the leadoff man on base 4 times last night in James Ramsey's first ever game as head coach here in Chapel Hill. You see the lineup. Zuckerman, 14 home runs, 3rd in the ACC, and he bats 6th in the order. There's a fastball from Lynch at 95. Scott Forbes said after the game, Eduardo aggressive, really on the mound and at the plate last night was a spark his team needed. That ball to left, it will back up Howell a step, and there's out number 1.
A really good offense by Georgia Tech. And, you know, James Ramsey has done an unbelievable job as the head coach to be able to continue the tradition of understanding what the strike zone is. And once you understand what a pitch is, if it's going to be a strike or not, you don't chase out of the zone. You continue to attack in the zone, and that's what they have been able to do so far this season.
Here is Lackey. 0 for 4, did walk, ultimately scored the first run of the night for the Jackets. Lynch upstairs with a fastball. The Georgia Tech catcher. There's a breaking ball for a strike. Vaughn Lackey is thought to be a potential number 1 overall pick in the June draft. 1-1, another fastball on the edge, and it's 1-2 to Lackey.
And I can see why the improvements have been so good from Vaughn Lackey, who had 101 plate appearances his freshman year, to improving the numbers his sophomore year, now as a junior. Impressive.
1-2 in the dirt, 2-2.
12 home runs so far this season.
Yeah.
You're looking at a kid that's understanding the zone, not chasing out of the zone, and being able to repeat the swing.
You see the jump, 214, 347, 375. 2-2 to Lackey. Fouled it away.
And analytically, you look at the launch angle, it's gone down, but it's okay. The home runs have gone up. It just tells you that he's still figuring out what the point of the point of contact is of the barrel.
The 2-2. Got him. Fastball from Lynch.
Oh, there's some life in that fastball. Fastball up in the zone, and this is a pitch that Lackey has been able to dominate really well on, and he is not able to catch up to it. Fastball by him. It looks like he was sitting more slider than fastball, and Lynch establishing the number 1 early.
Here's the Cal transfer at Vincula, who was 1 for 3 with a walk last night. 6'2", 195, junior from Santa Clara, California. .419 on the year. 1-0, slug high, center field. Owen Hull will drift in, and Carolina retires Georgia Tech in order. Very businesslike approach by Scott Forbes' team off the win last night. They'll bat next. ACC Baseball is presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense. A spectacular day weather-wise here in Chapel Hills. We welcome you back to Game 2 of this tremendous series in the ACC. And Georgia Tech has run old number 99 out there.
I wonder
why they ran 99 out there?
I wonder why they ran number 99 out there, and it's because of the velo. Expect 99. And not only do you have to expect the 99, he has to be able to also throw the cutter for a strike.
Okay.
And the cutter is going to be an important pitch, especially against left-handed hitters that I really anticipate North Carolina making an adjustment against a pitcher that throws this hard. Fastball could go arm side on him. You guys see the numbers on the left side. It's all about the control of that cutter. If he's able to establish it as a strike early, it could be a very good afternoon for Bursman.
And here's the Carolina lineup he's going to see, and there was a little bit of thunder at the top of that order last night. Schaffner was 3 for 4, Eduardo leading off. Gallagher 1 for 4, double. Hall was 1 for 4. Winslow had a home run.
But they set the tone early.
They sure did.
And they did what Georgia Tech is accustomed to doing on the other end, and they turned the script on them.
If you're James Ramsey, how are you countering that, knowing you just went down in order in your half of the first?
Oh, you have to trust the guy that's on the mound. Right now, it's about establishing the number 1 and being able to pitch off that.
First pitch, cooked in there at 98.
Wait a second, I thought it was 99.
It will be. It will be. I feel like you'll get there. Two and 0. Another one at 98.
These are adjustments. Watching yesterday's game, Schaffner was actually standing in the box a little bit further towards the catcher. Now he's up on it. And what that does is it takes away that pitch right there, that cutter. It makes it harder for Bursama to be able to establish a pitch that becomes a chase pitch if you are off the plate and you let that ball travel a little bit more.
3-0 it is. Schaffner waits. Ball 4-pitch walk.
4-pitch walk, and again, it starts early. Yesterday we saw Schaffner be able to get on base 3 times, and again via the walk, first at bat, and I think it's because of the strategy. Now, if you're going to do that from the left-handed batter's box, how do you counter from the right-handed hitter? The right-handed hitter now has to stand actually a little bit further away from the plate to be able to extend those arms.
Scott Forbes, win number 101 in ACC play as Carolina's head coach last night. There's a strike to Gavin Gallagher, the Tar Heels second baseman. He was 1 for 4 with a double last night. That double was early in the game, too. Off the plate. 1-1.
Bursama holds his hands down low when he comes set. As a base runner, you're going to have a lot of success being able to steal bases when you have a pitcher that holds the ball this low under his belt.
They counter with the guy behind the plate.
I was about to say, I was waiting for that pitch, and you beat me to it.
Yeah, the guy behind the plate is just another one in the long line of catchers at Georgia Tech. Two-one. Popped out of the middle, Lackey, and Schaffner going nowhere.
Yeah, Schaffner took his eye off the pitch, looked down, and that's one thing you cannot do as a base runner. As soon as he hesitates, you have to stay, but you have to anticipate anything at any moment because the trajectory of the ball was not in the dirt. He assumed that he was going to be able to catch it cleanly.
Bursama again. Works from the stretch. A little something different.
Well, let's see what kind of baseball now the Tar Heels appear play. No outs, 3-2 count.
If you're aggressive, are you swinging here?
Oh, I'm swinging, I am if it's on the plate, but I'm wondering if Schaffner's going to go.
Runner goes, slugged and over the head of the third baseman into left field. Schaffner will easily get third, and it's 1st and 3rd and nobody out, and Carolina's right back on the script they won with last night.
Just aggressive, very intelligent hitting by Schaffner, setting up the tone. And you get Gallagher being able to recognize spin and keeping that ball fair. Good job by Schaffner as well, keeping his eyes on the ball. 3-2 going, no outs, ends up at third base.
Almost identical to what they started last night with, right? Really in both avenues. The pitching with Lynch, and here at the plate. And here's Hall now with a chance to do some more damage. 1 for 4 with an RBI last night.
This is where you have to be able to be calm. Runner in scoring position at third. Defense in the infield trying to get 2. They'll concede the run on anything up the middle.
And a little bit of game maintenance. Trying to get Winslow to back out of the way from the clock, I think, behind the plate. He's in the Carolina on deck circle, trying to measure Bursama as he waits. 1st and 3rd, 0-1. That ball into the gap in right center. Carolina's going to take a 1-0 lead. Second RBI of the weekend for Owen Hull.
And they continue. They continue exactly as you said where they left off yesterday, and it's just about feeding off each other, laying off tough pitches. And in the open, we talked about how important it was to be able to keep Burris and Lackey off the bases. But I think the story has flipped completely. It's North Carolina being able to take the Georgia Tech game to them.
Yep. That'll set the table for Winslow, the Duke transfer. Home run last night, one of the 3 early in the ball game for Carolina against McKee. And to be honest with you, and here comes pitching coach Matt Taylor out of the Georgia Tech dugout to talk to Porter Bursama. And that gets the partisans here at the Bosch to their feet, because this is exactly what the home team was hoping for, another rewrite of last night. And Eduardo, to a degree, while Lynch did a really nice job handling the first 3 batters, this has been Carolina's really started to work the hitting game here last night and tonight.
Absolutely. And look, we talk about home field advantages, and North Carolina has an advantage, right? They have the advantage when it comes to technology as well.
Yep.
And there is a company called Traject that has been all over the Major League Baseball, and I've been around it for a few years already. But you can't take it on the road with you. And North Carolina has the advantage that they do have the Traject here at home. So what that machine does, it mimics exactly when it comes to the statistics of that pitch and the video of the pitcher on the mound. So when they go up there, it's not like they are swinging against Bursama for the first time. It's like they're swinging against him for the 3rd or 5th or 6th time because of the repetitions that they get before the game.
Yeah.
And you have to give credit to the boosters. You have to give credit to the program that has done so well to have these Tar Heel fans and boosters and supporters being able to help the program.
Yep.
And it's going to keep on growing. It's not going to be it's not just North Carolina. It's not a hidden secret. They all know. And this is where you have to be able to be disciplined as an organization.
1-0 it is to Winslow. Taylor's visit was quick and efficient, and a strike at 83 from Bursama. Runner goes at first. Lackey will throw down, and not in time to get Owen Hall.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. When you have a pitcher that has his hands way down low, before he even releases the ball, those hands have to come on up. And the jump is impressive. Even on a perfect throw, I don't think you get him. And that's a stolen base more off the pitcher than it is off Lackey.
It is the 12th stolen base of the year for Hall.
Was it Boston College yesterday that stole how many in 2 innings?
A lot.
11?
Yeah, 11 stolen bases in 2 innings.
Ay, Dios mío, that makes me speak Spanish.
And a win against Duke, 11-1. Look out, that ball will hit the back wall, went over the head of Winslow. Lackey caught it on the carom. 3-2.
Wow, Winslow right now taking a step or 2 or 5 back, and I don't blame him. That's 97 over your head. Perfect pitch right now would be a cutter on the outside corner, first base open. It's the only pitch that he's been able to throw for a strike consistently.
Got him. And it's exactly what it was. Took it off and went 87 and struck him out.
So that 99 is a little deceiving when you have that right there, and it's a pitch that Winslow would love to have back. He was on it. His reaction says everything. He thought it was going to cut a little bit more than what it did not.
Does it feel like the fastball's running up? We saw the overthrow a minute ago, but
everything's arm side right now for him.
Yeah.
And again, left-handed hitter on the box again.
Here's Paulson.
They've taken the ability of him being able to throw the cutter against lefties. Glove side. not getting any chases.
Eric Paulson standing in, 1-0. Runner second and third. Carolina already a run in. That's in the dirt, 2-0. And Porter Bursama is in a fight right here in the first. You see already 20 pitches in.
20 pitches in, 1 out. Both runners in scoring position.
Yeah, Ryan Lynch already threw only half that number in the top half to retire Georgia Tech in order. 2-0. Once again, slides it in there, 2-1.
Yeah, his head came flying as well.
Paulson at 315 was 1 for 2. Walked twice last night. Top foul, and it's level. Howell would be next for Carolina. It's a pretty big sequence, not just for the Tar Heels, but for Georgia Tech too. Two. Fouled it away. Carolina got 3 in the first last night. The last thing James Ramsey needs is a replay of that today.
Yeah, but the replay already started. It started with DeCaro yesterday being able to neutralize the top part of the order in that first inning. And then we're seeing the same thing here this afternoon from Ryan Lynch. 10 pitches to be able to get out of a very tough top part of the order.
2-2. Whoa. With fastball, here's the runner coming home. Lackey not in time. Down the line, Gallagher. Von Lackey's asking for a review out of the Georgia Tech dugout. You see the ball hit the back wall here, Edwater.
Yeah, and this is interesting. I think he got his hand in there, but I will say if Lackey would have gone with one hand with the glove, he kept both hands because that's how you're taught. The reach is minimal. I think that right hand was able to get in and sneak in. Number 99 right now being more like Wild Thing than the velocity.
Yeah. It looks as if Gallagher will be safe here on the wild pitch. Boy. And to your point, Lackey dives two-handed rather than...
And that's the way you're taught. And you'd be able to keep it in the mitt if the runner is sliding feet first, but he was not.
Three and two to Pauly, by the way.
Watch the angle. The mitt actually beats him there, but it's above the plate. And the hand sneaks in under the plate. This visual right here is going to help North Carolina out because Paulson's blocking the view.
Yep. So Paulson will have the 3-2 count.
What's this angle here? Keeping it down.
Ooh. Hall went to third, by the way.
Safe.
All right, so there you go. Hall will move to third. Gallagher scores on the wild pitch. 2-0 Carolina.
Great read as well. And when you're able to Gallagher right there anticipating anything in the dirt or like that over Lackey's head.
So Paulson will wait on a full count pitch now from Bursama. Gunned and behind the bag, thrown all the way across. What a play by Curse.
That's impressive.
That's unbelievable.
That's impressive. And how about James Ramsey not having the infield play in right there in the first inning, just trying to keep everything down. He anticipates a high-scoring event, but it's a message that he's sending to his offense. Here, backhand hits off the heel of the glove and then off his chin, it seems like, or scap area, and stays with it.
A line shot that's retired 6-3 by the play of Curse. Good heavens. So 2 down, and here's Howell for the first time. Tyler? 2 for 4 last night with a strikeout. Carolina did get the run to make it 3-0, by the way. So another 3-run first for Coach Forbes and the Tar Heels. Howell at 276. At 0-2.
And most importantly, already 27 pitches this inning.
Yep.
We talk about every time you get to the 30-pitch inning mark, that's when you get that coaching staff a little bit nervous in the dugout.
Carolina used 6 guys last night. And that ball to third. Backhanded over there by Zuckerman. Long throw to first and scooped out of the dirt by Schmidt. But the damage has been done by Carolina. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. 20-0 when they score in the first inning. It's 3-0. Well, we'll look at why this is such a big series, not just in the ACC, but nationally, but in particular these ACC standings. Carolina got to within a game last night. They can essentially tie with a win today. And if they sweep, they're going to go to the backstretch of the season, Eduardo, with the lead in the Atlantic Coast Conference. By the way, Boston College, what a nice season they're putting together.
Putting them an excellent season, and we saw it yesterday, the way that they can beat teams. It's not only with pitching and defense, it's base running as well.
Yeah, they held Duke to just 3 hits yesterday in that 11-1 win. They're lurking. And you start looking, where's Georgia Tech in the season? 3 games set at Boston College. Lynch back to work. Fastball to Alex Hernandez.
How about Lynch? 28 first pitch innings. Sits in the dugout for a while. They give him a 3-run cushion, and he lands the first pitch for a strike.
Slug foul. Out of play. It was interesting last night, post-game, to hear Scott Forbes talk about being aggressive, both pitching and hitting, and what DeCaro did for them in kind of setting the table on the mound. They counterpunched, obviously, on the offensive side, which kind of spoils the statistical matchup everybody was waiting to see this weekend, that quite frankly through the first 10 innings has not materialized. That ball on the ground, and a hit for Hernandez starts the Georgia Tech second inning.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there for Hernandez, and reason being, 0-2 count. You start off with this at bat, work at 1-2, and then you get that base hit after a 3-run long bottom half of the first.
Ken Schmidt will be next for Georgia Tech. Here's the look at what Scott Forbes kind of said last night. We want to be known for being aggressive, and that's the one thing on the pitching side. I don't care how good you are, we're going after you. Well, Coach, you delivered the goods last night with DeCaro and Lynch off to a fine start, allowing Georgia Tech's first hit a moment ago. Here is Schmidt. He was 1 for 4, drove in a run last night, walked twice.
First time from the stretch for Lynch. Arm side, trying to be a little too quick.
Fastball away.
So you know that you saw the difference earlier with Bersamon, where his hands are from the stretch. Eventually, having that velocity, once he moves up to another level, they're going to raise those hands. Look where Lynch's hands are.
Yep.
Harder to steal off a guy like this. A little bit quicker to the plate.
Strike in the upper half of the box, 2-1.
And when you have less motion, less of a distance to get to that release point, you're going to be more accurate.
Right.
In any sport, right? And that's why you see football players always holding the ball up top. Short and quick.
2-1. Schmidt missed there. 2-2.
That's 94.
Yep.
But that 94 is playing up. The perceived velocity of it seems to be more like a 96, and the hitters aren't able to catch up to that fastball up.
Two. Fouled away. If you're curious about Hernandez down at first, Georgia Tech steals leader is Vaughn Lackey, who has 7. They do not run very often. Only 27 stolen bases in 37 games.
They slug.
It's home run or nothing here on Home Run Derby. 2-2. That's high, and it's full now to Schmidt.
But a really good 2-2 purpose pitch up, because he already had chased up. He's gotten swings and misses up there. He'll work at 3-2. He's trusting his ability to land a strike here.
Full count here to Schmidt. Hernandez at first. Rolled up the first base side. It'll get fouled. And we'll reload. James Ramsey went at length with us about 3-2, 2-2 counts, the way he wants them approached, kind of philosophically where he came from at Florida State, as you know, with the tutelage of 11.
Yep.
And where he is now with it. And the analytics and, I mean, everything, right?
He's evolved. The one thing I did learn, especially now where in college baseball you're still allowed to shift, the shift is available. I've always loved with the left-handed hitter, no matter what the score is, to get the runner in motion. Anything on the ground, he can end up at third on any ground ball, because the third baseman's responsibility is to rush over from his position.
Here's 3-2. Runner holds, and Schmidt fly ball. And a long run for Howell coming all the way over, and neither Howell nor Schaffner get there. So Schaffner couldn't get there, Howell couldn't get there, and we'll get another 3-2.
Yeah, and when you're playing with the shift, third baseman way out and shortstop, impossible to get to. But now when you do have that shift, any ground ball, the second shortstop, well, the third baseman has to go cover second. It's the pitcher's responsibility to go to third base. And not a lot of pitchers do on a point of contact.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat here to Kent Schmidt. Slug, center field. Hall to his right. Has one away. Schmidt retired. Hernandez, who led off the second with a single, stays at first, and here's Ryan Zuckerman. James Ramsey, 13th head coach at Georgia Tech, named last summer. It's his 8th year in Midtown Atlanta. Worked under Danny Hall the last 7. He is the 3rd man to be Georgia Tech's baseball coach in 44 years. Since Jim Morris took the job in 1982. And oh my, in 44 years, what a tradition Georgia Tech has established. Ramsey, and this is the best 36-game start they've ever had. And one of their best efforts in the ACC until last night's win streak was snapped. That ball on the ground could be through, and it is. Hernandez will turn at second. He'll be at third. Georgia Tech's threatening here in the second, with now runners at the corners and 1 out.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there. Infield playing more up the middle. At second base, Gallagher. That was the fly ball to center field on the pitch before.
Now batting for the Yellow Jackets, number 7, Will Baker.
Okay. So here is Baker. Will Baker 0 for 2, walked last night, struck out once. Fouled away. Baker 383 on the year coming in prior to the 0 for 2 last night, so down to 376. Some of these guys, Advincula was 421, went 1 for 3. Curse 402, he was hitless last night. Lackey 386, we already told you he was 0 for 4. Baker is on that list too. 0-1 it is. That ball on the ground could be 2, 4, 6, 3. And Carolina gets out of it. Double play ball off the bat of Baker.
You got to let your defense play, and that's exactly what Lynch did. 4-6-3 gets him out of this inning.
Well, we told you the Tar Heels went to work early and often last night. How about in the first? Macon Winslow off of McKee. Inning later, Colin Heineck got a rock mark, knocked it over the wall, and then later in the night, Paulson answered. That's all you need sometimes when you got DeCaro going, right?
Great pitching will always neutralize great hitting.
Yeah.
And that's why you see a lot of teams, a lot of schools going after those big arms that can really dominate. And then when those guys get to the regionals, super regionals, and then the College World Series, the elite arms are always in Omaha.
If you're James Ramsey, where are you with old 99 up here on the bump?
I'm concerned with his arm side right now. Everything is staying arm side. He has not been able to establish anything inside with glove side action against the lefties and against the righties. We've already seen a couple wild pitches over their heads.
28 pitches in the first frame. 1-0 it is to Nicholson. That's high. 2-0.
99 does not serve you well if you can't throw it for strikes. You have to be able to establish, especially down in the zone.
Just the 4th start of the year for Bursum. 2-0 swing out of play. That'll reach the grandstands along the right field side. Well, you need to pack the SPF today now, kids. Come out here. Don't come out here with like 10 and 15 either. You need to show up with 40 and 50 in your hands.
At least on the nose area too, right?
I saw some zinc oxide downstairs in the dugouts, by the way. 2-1.
While you're at it, get the ear.
That's another one. Yes, sir. Well done. It's 85 degrees as we play here in the bottom of the second. They had a gorgeous night last night.
Weather's supposed to go down tomorrow.
Yeah, cool off tomorrow.
Cool off.
Yep. Back to where April normally would be, I think. Roller off the end of the bat. Bursama will flip it to first.
That had some spin on it.
Schmidt steps on the bag. Don't forget, we got ACC softball coming up for you this afternoon. Auto Owners Insurance presents Carolina and Florida State, 3 o'clock from Tallahassee, and then we'll ship you off to Blacksburg. Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech. Hokies won 10-2, by the way, last night in Blacksburg. Young lady in center field, Medina for Georgia Tech, went Otis Nixon on him, though.
No.
Yes, it's one of those Sports Center's top 10.
You brought back Otis Nixon.
Yeah, took a home run away, went up on the wall, reached back, pulled it back. Yeah, Michael Eaves told me about it last night. So what happened? 1-0. It is to Lee Sowers, who's been plugged into the lineup today.
And Sowers in the lineup more because the velo. They were expecting Sowers that can handle the fastball really well to at least make an impact against Bursama on the mound.
So after Nicholson grounded back to the pitcher, it's 2-0 to Sowers, and it's 3-0.
Onside again. Growing up, I remember asking my dad, Tony Perez, who's a Hall of Famer. I'd say, Dad, I feel comfortable hitting with my hands here in a certain area. He goes, I don't care how comfortable you are, that will not work. You have to be uncomfortable to then feel comfortable. So it's time to make an adjustment. And Bursama, great arm, elite arm. But how can he get the best of it? He has to eventually move those hands from where they are in the setup. Only pitches from the stretch.
Sowers fouls off a 3-1. Last two pitches have been more of the variety of his second pitch. And when you throw in the upper 90s, you come back with upper 80s. There's a big difference when it gets to the plate, especially if it moves.
Sowers on top of that plate as well. It takes away the cutter completely. The strategy that North Carolina is using right now, you look at the top through bottom in the order, the left-handed hitters have had a lot of success against Bursama, who usually has success against left-handed hitting because of his cutter.
Here's Carter French, starting for the 18th time today. 1 for 4 yesterday with a strikeout. One away runner at first. Inside on a fastball, looked like. Might have pulled the string on it a little bit. 1-0. That's in the dirt. Runner going to hold at first. Lackey went all the way to the wall to get it.
Yeah, he has to be at second base there.
Yeah.
He knows it as well. I don't know if it's that he was not able to see the ball. His curse probably of Lackey probably in the way, but
Scott Jackson coaching at first for Carolina. Scott Forbes, the head coach, at third. Pumped in there for a strike. 2-1. Massive hole between third and short. Kirsch is wheeled around behind the bag at second. French was trying to go that way. Couldn't get the bat around in time. It was interesting talking with Georgia Tech folks. They felt like they were hitting the ball pretty good late in the game last night. Maybe not so much early. How much of the momentum can they carry over from a couple of hits an inning ago? This is a fly ball. Burris to his left. And the right center field will have it for out number 2. Meanwhile, Carolina's been barreling up. Right there, the latest example.
And they've been on it.
Georgia Tech.
They've been on it.
Yep.
And again, the game plan so far has worked for them. They've been in hitters counts. They've made Bursima work. Walking around the mound, trying to get himself back, knowing that this is now the second time he's going to be facing these hitters.
Jake Schaffner, junior from Janesville, Wisconsin. Transfer North Dakota State. Somebody check the temp in Fargo tonight. Gonna guess it's not 85, Eduardo.
It could be higher.
36 degrees.
36.
Yeah. You're right at 50 degrees difference, huh?
These are the good moments to be dyslexic and say it's 63.
The 1-0. That's low, 2-0. Bursima's 46 pitches in now.
36.
46.
No, 36 degrees.
Oh, yeah. 36 degrees, yeah. His career high is 66. And 2-0 for a strike. James Ramsey, we told you a moment ago, used 6 pitchers last night. One would think it'll be toward that number today. 2-out runner at first. Three and 1.
Oh, they made him work, that's for sure. And again, another hitter's count. Last time he walked, he passed the baton over to Gallagher, who was able to get a hit.
Here's the shift for Georgia Tech. Pulled it away. Draws the walk.
No one yet warming up in the Georgia Tech bullpen. They're waiting on Bursima being able to get out of this one again. This pickle with 2 outs.
Third walk issued by Bursima, who has but 1 strikeout.
Most walks so far this season for Bursima came against North Carolina State. Elliott Avent, 4 walks in that game, threw 67 pitches that game.
First and second, and here's Gallagher. Singleton scored on the wild pitch.
It's the only pitch he trusts right now to land for a strike.
Yeah.
That slider right there.
Yep. Fastball up and out.
And that's why you can't look for it when you're on the box, because of that. The 94 to 98 mile per hour fastball that he's thrown up and in or over their heads because he has not been able to have control.
The 1-1. That's in the dirt. Another fastball. Wild pitch will push everybody up a base. Sowers to third. Schaffner to second. And it's 2-1 to Gallagher.
Hard to repeat delivery from that. A little frustration on the mound right now for Bursima. He's got to go to the slider. That's the bottom line. You cannot afford to go 3-1 right here and have another wild pitch thrown. This is a good time right now, not only for Lackey to go to the mound, but also for that bullpen to pretty much start getting up, and no one yet up in that bullpen.
Nope. Not yet. Now we get a little movement down there.
Got to have that movement down there. Just buying a little time. But if I lose in this inning, I lose off the slider. There's no way that I am trusting that he can repeat his delivery with a fastball right now. I'll tell you, one man out there that's repeating his delivery is running back and forth in the bullpen.
It looked like Dylan Loy was going to start tossing. He was the first jersey to appear. He closed the game last night. The last of the 6 pitchers.
The slider. Go back with it. First base is open. You got Hull on deck, who is a beast of a hitter. But
right now, for sure. Three-one. Ball four. 3 walks in the inning. 4 in the game now for Porter Bursama. And Hull, who reached base for the 26th consecutive game an inning ago, gets another crack here with them loaded.
Bad news for Georgia Tech. Hull's at the plate with the bases loaded. The good news is there's 2 outs. Only 1 pitch in the zone can get him out of this.
Yep. Carolina went to a 5-0 lead last night, and here's a ball into right center field, and it is gone.
The inability of not being able to throw strikes cost them in a major way. 3 walks in this inning and 1 big swing, and that swing comes from their big bat. Right in the middle of the lineup, 110 miles per hour off the bat. 410, which is way more than enough in this ballpark. The balance on point. Georgia Tech staying with their starter at 55 pitches. Already 7 runs allowed.
Carolina needed 5 to win last night. They've got 7 through 1 2/3 today. And the minute it left the bat, the second it left the bat, it was out of here.
The game plan has worked. The left-handed hitters know and understand what they have to do off Bursama. Great execution. They haven't chased out of the zone. They've been disciplined.
Yep.
They've slugged.
It has been impressive.
They've
for
run
11 innings.
They're playing Georgia Tech baseball here.
1-2. Winslow took a hack on a 1-2. It was inside.
There's a reason they're number 3 in the country.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're not intimidated. This is their home. The sound of the bat says it all. Hull, before he even got to first base, already had his hands up. Sowers, and look at that right hand. He knows.
Oh, yeah. Change up. Bursama strikes out Winslow. His second K of the day, but the damage is done. The grand slam from Owen Hull. 7-0 Carolina. James Ramsey, skull session here as his team gets ready to bat in the third, trailing already 7-0. It was 5-0 last night. They got a couple of runs in the back half of the ball game and actually had some threats. They got snuffed out in the 8th and 9th against Carolina pitching. And now Owen Hall has just unlocked another box of runs. A grand slam over the wall in right center. And now Ramsey's Jackets, who have not lost consecutive games all year long, Eduardo, trail a touchdown after 2.
Well, it was always the first time, right? And what a team right now, North Carolina, being able to set the tone early yesterday and again this afternoon.
Carson Curse waits. Fastball from Lynch at 94.
Another 0-1 count.
Georgia Tech had the leadoff guy on with Hernandez an inning ago. That's just 5 so far in 11 innings here this weekend. Carolina they had 5 leadoff guys through those same 11 innings. 3 times they've scored. High fly ball to center field off the bat of Carson Curse. And there's out number 1, ironically by Owen Hall.
All right, so 21 wins so far this year for Georgia Tech, scoring more than 10 runs. They can score.
Sure.
And I guarantee you that North Carolina knows that. So they're going to continue to push and push, and they're going to need Lynch to be able to continue to throw strikes.
First pitch to Caleb Daniel is away for ball 1. Daniel 2 for 4 last night, and a terrific diving catch in left field in the front third of the game that probably kept Carolina from adding some more runs.
And I would argue right now, after having scored 4 runs on that grand slam in the bottom half of the second, this could be a very important at-bat, because now you turn the lineup over and you don't want to have base runners on with Burris and Lackey coming up.
2-0 to Daniel with 1 out. Softball from Cartersville, Georgia, rifles it right back through the middle. 1 out single from Daniel. And Eduardo, here's what you just said, right?
No, again, no slouch in the 9-hole. You're hitting .316 coming into the game, because Drew Burris, who's the number 8 prospect in the MLB draft, according to Kylie McDaniel, you have a 2-time All-American, the Golden Spikes Award finalist twice, USA Collegiate National member as well.
Burris 0 for 6 this weekend.
Great pitch.
Fooled him, right?
Great pitch. He's looking for the number 1, and Lynch is able to pull the string right there on that slider.
0-1 to Burris. That ball rolled out and past the diving Schaffner. And headed for third is Daniel, and he's there easily ahead of the tag.
That's a great piece of base running. I love it, because going to first and third when the ball is in front of you, your coach is you. It's the runner. And it's not trying to pick up the third base coach. It's more important that you're focused on where the ball is. He's running. He's under control. And right then and there, he decides to go to third base. Oh, and no chance to be able to get him at third.
So here's Lackey now with 12 homers and 45 RBIs. At the letters for a strike. 96 from Lynch. And that one whistled on the ground. Another double play. They'll step on the bag and throw to first. How about that?
Well, twice as a charm. We saw it in the top half of the second inning with runners on the corner. And again, North Carolina using their defense to get out of it. North Carolina up by 7, going to the bottom of the third.
Well, it is reunion weekend here in Chapel Hill. 20 years ago, Chad Flack hit a memorable home run in Tuscaloosa. Carolina beat the Crimson Tide in the Super Regional and went to Omaha. And Mike Fox had a squad, Eduardo. 54-15, 22-8 against the ACC. Lost to Oregon State in the National Championship Series. They won the Super Regional Coastal Division, the regional here in Chapel Hill. My goodness, 7 future big leaguers on the roster.
Pretty good.
I'd say so.
Pretty darn good. They had some arms too, didn't they?
Yep. Andrew Miller, Daniel Bard. And prior to the game, Jonathan Hovis threw the first pitch. There's a look. But these guys look good too now for 20 years ago. There's Jonathan Hovis throwing to Tim Fedorovich.
You see Fed trying to get the corner?
Yeah, by the way, he is the skipper of the Norfolk Tides. So they're here conveniently enough playing at the DBAP against the Durham Bulls this weekend.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, worked out nice on the calendar for Tim, huh?
Yeah.
Good for him. Congratulations, Mike Fox. Scott Forbes was on that team, of course. 20 years ago, he said it's been fun to have those guys around. I said, I bet the stories are legendary. There's old 30. He's around here somewhere. If he's not, I can tell you where he is. It's a tea time somewhere. So here is Paulson to start the bottom of the third, as Carolina has not only pitched it and hit it well, they have turned 2 very opportunistic double plays to stop any threat Georgia Tech might have had here in this ball game. And the second time Dylan Loy has worked here this weekend. He worked the third last night. Paulson fouls that away. It's 1-1.
Quick turnaround.
Yep.
Last night the game started at 6 p.m.
He only threw 7 pitches last night, 2/3 of an inning. 5 strikes in that 7. 2-1 here with the fastball.
Well, his job is simple. It's try to keep this offense at bay to give his team an opportunity to start pecking back.
Dropped it in over the hands of Paulson, who had a big cut, 2-2. Paulson bounced to short. Terrific play. That ball is ripped. Foul. Kirsch made a terrific play on a shot Paulson hit back in the first. That was a 105 off the bat from Eric Paulson. 2-2. Three hits for Carolina and a bunch of walks, unfortunately, issued by Burson today for James Ramsey. And here's Paulson with another hit. Second hit of the weekend for Eric Paulson.
Well, they have grounded out bats, right? 3-2. It was a 1-2 count at one point. Put it in play, anything can happen.
You see Georgia Tech in the first game. 8 Ks, 2 walks. Now today there have already been 4 Tar Heel walks. 3 in the last inning ahead of the grand slam off the bat of Hull. And here is Howe. And he's in the hole 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. Dylan Loy is a transfer from Tennessee. On the ground at first. There's one. Down to second. And Paulson tagged out by Kirsch.
Well, that's a nice play there by Kent Schmidt at first base. You get it in front of the bag, and you keep that ball fair. And once the fair catch is made, you clear yourself out. Perfect target over that Carson Kurse was able to then just place the tag easy on Paulson.
2 away. Here's Cooper Nicholson now for the Tar Heels. That's in the dirt from Loy, 1-0. You surprised me yesterday when you told me that you've never been here, right? Now, you've been to a lot of ballparks.
Absolutely. I felt like I've been here because I've seen so many games on TV.
Right.
But when I played at Florida State, we were in the Metro Conference. We weren't in
all
the
the Metro. Yeah, you weren't in the ACC.
No. And
Memphis, Southern Miss, Tulane.
That's right, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Virginia Tech.
Georgia Tech was gone from the Metro by the time you were at Florida State, too. Georgia Tech went from the Metro in basketball to the ACC.
How about that?
Yeah, in the early 80s. So, but you never played, you've never been here until today.
Until today.
Yeah.
Got delayed yesterday, so I wasn't able to make it to the ballpark yesterday. Fortunately, I had a very good Uber driver that brought me over to the ballpark, showed me the ropes. Thank you, Wes.
Local kid with knowledge.
Yeah. Knowing the back roads as well.
Well, guilty. We got a lot of support here in Chapel Hill. Here is Heineck now. You saw Nicholson get aboard with the walk. So Heineck bats for Sowers. Remember last night, Colin hit the home run here. Takes a strike there, 1-1. 271 on the year.
Now I must ask, because you have done plenty of games here, do we get foul balls in this booth?
No, not here.
All right, just wanted to make sure.
There are some places in the league where, and you've been to, I mean.
Because I'll tell you this, if a foul ball is coming this way, I'm the first one to get out. I'm not trying to catch it.
Oh, man.
It's just a scouting report of broadcasters, right?
Yeah, yeah. Swing and a miss. Heineck down on strikes. Carolina single off the bat of Paulson. Knocked down on the double play. Still 7-0 Tar Heels. We go to the 4th. ACC baseball presented by Auto Owners Insurance. We're in Chapel Hill today. It is a gorgeous Saturday. And the number 3 Tar Heels and the number 2 Jackets battling. Biggest series of the weekend in college baseball nationally North Carolina has outscored Georgia Tech 12-2 through the first 12 innings of play. Grand slam by Owen Hull has paced Carolina to a 7-0 lead. And first pitch swinging off the bat out of Vincula, and a fly ball to center field will retire him. Out number 1.
Now batting number 4, Alex Hernandez.
So here's Hernandez, who singled and kind of started it in the second for Georgia Tech before the double play ball ended that. We've had 2 double play balls that have taken Georgia Tech out of any real offensive threats here, Eduardo.
Yeah, and that's where you have to let the defense play, and Lynch has been really good at it. He's been aggressive on the mound as well.
Oh, 0-2 to Hernandez. Fly ball on the line in right, long run. I think it'll make the seats, and it does. 0-2.
Georgia Tech being put to the test yesterday and again today. Down 5-0 early yesterday, weren't able to come back, only limited to 2 runs. Today now down 7-0, and this is where you have to look at, if you're James Ramsey, what kind of character do my players have? Do they have the let up, or can they get up from a big deficit right now? There's a lot of ball game left.
0-2 to Hernandez. Off the plate, 1-2. It also it gets a little bigger picture when you have scenarios like this, because they played a top 5 series last week, obviously against Florida State, right? Swept the Noles in Atlanta. Run rule on Sunday. 1-2. And crowd thought that was strike 3. It is ball 2, according to Linus Baker behind the plate. If you're James Ramsey, here's a glance on this.
No, it's too good. No, too good of a pitch.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have that blind spot if you're an umpire.
2-2. See what Lynch does. I want to finish this conversation because I think it's interesting. Fly ball to right. And French has it for out number 2. The point here on this is you start thinking, okay, it's just got to be one series. Georgia Tech's not lost a series in the ACC. They haven't lost back-to-back games. Carolina went 1-2 against Virginia back in early March. Scott Forrest kind of talked about coming back after the Virginia situation, right? If you're James Ramsey, you're real adversity now. This is like you haven't played like this in back-to-back games, let alone had this kind of deficit. I think that's the part too. You keep opening doors the longer the season goes, right?
100%. And I think, but if you're going to lose a series, this is a time to lose one. And granted, you already know what type of team you have. And I think players understand how to come back from failures. You look at the hitters, right? You're 3 out of 7, you're hitting 300. Well, in Georgia's case, you could say 4 out of 7 because most of these guys are hitting, Georgia Tech's case, they're hitting 400.
Right.
I want to know how they come back. I want to know what kind of character they have. And this is the time of year where you start seeing that. Are we able to bounce back? Are we able to make this a game? Even if they do lose this game, let's say 7-6 instead of 7-0, that tells you at least they had that bounce back. And you can carry that on to the next day.
That ball slugged towards center. Hull going all the way back. It's out of here. Hull slowed down as if he was going to be able to play it, and that ball's out of the ballpark, and home run number 5 for Kent Schmidt, and Georgia Tech's on the board.
Takes one swing, and they live off the slug. Yesterday, they were limited to 0 home runs. Weren't able to hit the ball out of the ballpark, but now they're back into their element. They needed something like this. Even this time, with no one on base, At least they put a run up, and they do it how they're accustomed to, via the power. Great extension right there by Schmidt, who was part of the double play in the last inning.
I think Hull slowed down thinking it was going to hit the wall and didn't.
That ball was scolded, by the way.
Yep. Zuckerman stands in now. He's got 14 home runs. Singled in the second. 2 down still in the fourth for Georgia Tech.
But Lynch has had the ability that when there are runners on, the contact has been on the ground. When no runners are on, contact is in the air. We've seen fly balls there. We saw the home run. I'm okay with that. And he should be as well.
Strike. Right in the middle of the zone from Lynch. And Ryan Lynch has come in here and done a nice job. Inside 50, well, just over 50 pitches now. 1-2. Called strike 3 on a fastball at 95. Zuckerman looks at strike 3, but Georgia Tech's on the board. Home run off the bat of Kent Schmidt. 7-1 Tar Heels in Chapel Hill. Doesn't get a lot bigger than this.
Run straight for the breakaway.
Who will emerge? We'll see. Headed uptown Charlotte, May 19th. That's Tuesday. 4 games on that opening day of the ACC Baseball Championship. 9 a.m., 1 p.m., 5 p.m., 9 p.m. 9159. Not hard.
Is that a telephone number?
No. It's start times on Tuesday. 9 a.m.
Oh,
by the
wait
way,
wait a second. I'm really loving this right now because I love how you said the day of the week.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Tuesday.
I love
Tuesday
that.
or Tuesday.
I love that. That's how Mike Martin used to say it as well.
Well,
North Carolina.
he was a Charlotte guy.
Yeah.
Went to Garinger High School. Yeah. Tuesday morning, 9 a.m., 1 p.m., 5 p.m., 9 p.m. are
Love
the
that.
start times on day 1 in uptown Charlotte.
Get it early.
By the way, right now, if we went to the house with the bracket as the standings lay out, California would play in the ACC Baseball Championship at 6 a.m. Pacific time on Tuesday morning.
Instead of breakfast at Wimbledon, we would get breakfast
in Berkeley.
in Berkeley.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it'd be 6 a.m. Pacific time. Yeah. By the way, the Golden Bears were 8-5 winners last night against Louisville. Dylan Lloyd, by the way, working to Carter French here in the bottom of the 4th. 9-hole hitter for the Tar Heels. Louisville and Miami out in the Bay Area this weekend. Off the plate. Full now to Carter French. Georgia Tech, 7th time today there's been a full count pitch to a Carolina batter. Fouled away. I see the wheels are turning over there for Eduardo Perez.
They are.
Still back on that 9 a.m. first pitch in Charlotte, or we moved on to?
No, I had to go through it this year with the Puerto Rico Challenge, and University of Washington was out there.
That's right.
Or better said, down there.
That's right. Yeah. Off the plate, ball 4. So here is, if we went to Charlotte on the bracket today, there you go. Virginia Tech and Cal, Stanford, Louisville, Duke, Clemson, Pitt, Notre Dame would be day 1. And then the winners advance into the bracket to the 2nd round on Tuesday. Wednesday rather, Wednesday. NC State, Miami, Wake Forest, Virginia.
Right.
And then you see how the bracket kind of unfolds itself into the quarterfinals. 3rd time today, Carolina's got the leadoff guy aboard. Lackey, a quick throw popped out of the mid of Schmidt, and French is going to hold.
And that's the 3rd time already in this game that North Carolina has not been able to take 90. And they bid at first base all 3 times. Gallagher had a really good jump when he took 90, scoring on a head first dive. But this right here is a play that Schmidt has to make. And the hesitation right there by French ends up staying first.
0-1. And Lloyd going to throw over here.
For years, I always thought it was more difficult to steal second with a left-handed pitcher because of their move. And Lou Brock, the great Lou Brock,
wow,
the late Lou Brock told me, nope, lefties are a lot easier. And the reason is, and I've explained this before on air, and I'll do it here on the ACC network, it's because you don't focus on the right leg. You actually focus on the left toe, on the left foot, on the toe area. If it comes up, he goes to first. If it stays down on the rubber, he goes home.
That's so good.
And I learned it, and I'll tell you this, it is a game changer. So if you are a runner at first base, you focus on that left foot and the toe. It pops up and you see cleat. He's going over to first. If you see that he grinds that cleat onto the ground, he's going home, and you can get an unbelievable jump. And that was the great Lou Brock.
That is so good. That's why he was who he was, huh?
Yeah.
Shackman. 0-2 count. Meanwhile, Loy is trying to keep French right by the bag. And now time is asked.
Hey, go to work, man. Go to work. Come on, Chetty.
0-2. In the dirt, 1-2. So Loy with the flat bill is kind of changing the temperament of the pitches. Eduardo.
Yeah, he is. And that's what speed does at first, right? Makes you change your delivery. Now your onslaught a little bit off, and you're not able to hit your spots.
Yep. There's Vaughn. Lackey delivering down to first. Popped out of the mid of Schmidt. I'm not sure he would have had French diving back to the bag at any rate.
No, not a lot on that throw because of the angle of where he threw it. Little sidearm showing athleticism behind the plate. 3-2. Let's see if they send him right here. No outs.
Schaffner aboard for a third time on a third walk.
Walks will get you.
They came home to roost an inning ago on the Hull, or 2 innings ago on the Hull Grand Slam, and 2 walks here to start the 4th for Lloyd.
It's amazing how you can already have 3 walks on the afternoon, and it's just the top of the 4th, just the bottom of the 4th inning.
And Matt Taylor going to come out for a visit. There is some activity in the Georgia Tech bullpen. Anthony McKelvey is a 6'4", 248-pound sophomore from Roswell, Georgia, who is working.
Yeah, he should be setting up just in case for Owen Hall.
I said Anthony, it's Adam McKelvey, I beg your pardon. McKelvey, 7 appearances on the year, just 6 innings of work. And Dimitri Angelakos has also gone to work, a right-handed freshman from Woodstock, Georgia. There's a look at Dimitri. Meanwhile, here's Gavin Gallagher. French is at second, Schaffner's at first, and Gavin Gallagher. First pitch swinging. They'll throw to second for 1 on the first, no throw there. Force play, knocks down Schaffner. And fielder's choice will put Gallagher aboard at first. Let's push French to third on the 5-4 force play. And Owen Hall to the plate, Eduardo.
Did not miss and hesitate on that first pitch. He saw a cutter up in the zone and grand slam in the 2nd inning. 410 feet of distance, 110 miles per hour off the bat. Owen Hall not waiting for the pitcher's pitch, but for his pitch.
And Dylan Lloyd's not going to throw to him. James Ramsey's coming out to make the 2nd change of the day for Georgia Tech. So Owen Hall's going to see a new pitcher.
Well, he's got lefties in the pen. That's for sure. That's why I was a little surprised he did not have a lefty last time up against Owen Hall with the bases loaded.
So Adam McKelvey was the left-hander throwing a moment ago, and I suspect that's who we're going to see here for Georgia Tech. And it will be the 6'4" sophomore next. Well, top 5 in the ACC this weekend in Chapel Hill. Last time it happened, Omaha, Nebraska, Eduardo. 2008 College World Series, Miami and Florida State. Did you see Buster Posey putting the gear on?
How about Yonder Alonso right there? Que cinturita. Wow.
He and Jamal Weeks. Here's the top 40 in the RPI. Georgia Tech at 3, Carolina at 8, Knowles a 6. Florida State got a 11-0 win, by the way, on Friday against Notre Dame. You see Virginia, who plays a winner-take-all today in Clemson. That's a series started Thursday night. Wake Forest, Boston College, the Canes, and the Clemson Tigers. Meanwhile, Georgia Tech has gone to their third pitcher of the day, and we started out with 99, and now we got double nickels on the mound.
Keep the speed limit, city limits right here.
McKelvey worked to Hull, who cleaned them off in his last at bat. First pitch swinging. Here's a look at Mr. McKelvey, 6'4", 248. Roswell High School in Roswell, Georgia, in the metro Atlanta area. Oh, 1 it is. No, throw to first.
Pitches off the third base side of the rubber.
Yeah, he has not worked, by the way, since April the 2nd at Cal in relief, as Adam McKelvey.
Well, he's got an opportunity here now to be able to get, if it's a couple innings of work, and try to shut down this offense.
8th appearance on the year. 0-1 to center, and Burris will make a diving stab of it. Now going to launch it for the plate, and the run is going to score. French will tag and make it 8-1.
Really nice piece of hitting, not trying to pull off of it, but even impressive also on the base running. Contact is made. Watch French right there. You saw him at the glimpse at third base. Immediately your job is, you're thinking, I need to get a good jump. On a trajectory like that, line drive, and you see a lot of mistake being made by runners that they go home instead of going back to the bag. And French, well coached right there, goes back to the bag and tags easily.
8-1 on the fly ball to center field. 6 RBIs now today for Hull. Fastball from McKelvey to Macon Winslow, who homered here last night to kind of get Carolina's long ball parade going. He struck out twice today, both of those against Porter Bursma. Off the plate. By the way, the 6 RBIs for Hull is a career high. And it's 2-0 to Winslow. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss by Winslow, 2-1. McKelvey to go, did not. Jeff Francis is the umpire at first on the appeal from Vaughn Lackey, and home plate umpire Linus Baker. Three balls and a strike. Throw over to first again. Center, Burris again going way back. Can he get it? No. It's gone. It's a home run for Winslow. Laken Winslow's hit his second home run of the weekend, and Carolina now leads 10-1.
You don't say this often, but that ball got out of here in a hurry. And the reason I say you don't say this often is because of where he hit it. Great balance at the plate. Allows the ball to get deep. Stays behind it. And at one point, I did think that Burris had the ball.
Right, yeah.
I think if he would have walked in and ran in like if he had it and just kept going into the dugout, they would have said inning over.
Yeah. Might have sold it.
He could have sold that one.
Eric Paulson next. My goodness. 10-1. Rolls the hands over here, but right at Curse, who came charging in the shift. And that will take care of Carolina, but not before 3 more runs go up on the board. The big 2-run homer from Winslow, double from Schaffner. In Chapel Hill, number 3, North Carolina doing it again. They lead Georgia Tech 10-1. We go to the 5th, and the head coach of the Tar Heels is Scott Forbes. The script last night worked beautifully, and it looks like the second edition of the same script is playing out here today, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we struck early, and then a really big 2-out grand slam by Owen Hull. Ryan Lynch has still set the tone. As you guys know, there's a ton of ball game left against the best offense in the country, so we got to keep the foot on the gas for sure.
Okay, this is my first time here in this ballpark. Fan support, unbelievable. How much fun is it to play in front of your fans?
Man, they've really grown. I've been here a long time, volunteer assistant my first year in 1999, and to see the growth, it's a credit to that 2006 team, really, that we're celebrating today, that Flack hit that big home run. They keep growing, and then, you know, hopefully they enjoy what they see, and I'm just so thankful they're here because it helps us. Obviously, a home crowd, home field advantage, you got to have it.
Eduardo says most of those guys, and I agree with him, most of those guys from 20 years ago still look good, Coach.
Golly, I mean, I'm looking at them out there, I'm like, dang, we might need Andrew Miller in the bullpen. Bard was
Nope.
Bard was throwing 98 back in the day when nobody was throwing 98.
We got rules about that stuff now, Forbes.
I don't know, maybe we don't.
No, there we go. We appreciate your time, Coach.
Thank
I don't want you in
guys.
trouble.
Yeah,
Thanks,
glad y'all are here. Thank you.
You bet. 10-1, Carolina. And here's Baker to lead off Georgia Tech's 5th inning. And Lynch is cruising. He's at 55 pitches. Just a really, really nice day so far. 36 strikes, no walks, 2 Ks. One mistake to Schmidt, right? Fly ball on the infield. Shortstop Schaffner has it.
Well, if you think about it, it's a deep lineup that Georgia Tech has, and the pitching that North Carolina has been able to put out there and throw strike 1 ahead, get ahead, and be able to neutralize Burris, be able to neutralize Lackey to just 1 hit in 13 plate appearances says a lot. Excuse me, 14 plate appearances.
And here is Curse. Against the right-hander Lynch. 0 for 1 today. 0 for 5 on the weekend. Another Metro Atlanta kid, junior from Marietta. Fastball up, 2-1. Such a big series, not just in the perils of what the national numbers look like, but also certainly the ACC we showed you earlier. Two-1 is fouled away. Carolina's going to go 3 more regular season series. Georgia Tech also has 3 more to go. Carolina's going to see Duke, Pitt, and NC State. Georgia Tech's going to see Wake, Duke, and Boston College.
Those are tough right there.
Fouled away. Count a hold at 2-2. Tar Heels have posted 5 ACC wins in conference series. Only the 1 loss at Virginia in early March. Georgia Tech was a winner of all 6 series they have played. And Kerr's going to beat that out. Nobody's at first because Paulson dove for the ball off the bat. And by the time they started to make a play on it, good thing that Winslow ran down the line, Eduardo.
Yeah, good thing he ran down the line, and that's his job. There's nothing else you can do right here. Really surprised Lynch did not get there earlier. Stayed watching it a little bit. Paulson would have caught it cleanly. I don't know if there is a play at first.
Here's Daniel, who's got 3 hits this weekend for Georgia Tech.
Last time up, worked a 2-0 count and hit a shot right back up the middle.
Yep.
Lynch trying to get that, trying to get the 3rd double play of this game.
Inside, ball 1. Crowd didn't like it. They thought it was a strike. Off the plate, 2-0. You look at the way Carolina came into the series. They're 22-4-1 here at the Bosch. 6-4 after the win last night in home games against the ACC. We told you the 1 home series with Pitt is left. 2 road trips, but they're not really road trips. It's, you know, 8 miles is well known. It's been well documented. It's only 8 miles to Duke and 30 to NC State, maybe, depending which way you go. And Curse, uncontested, will get second. There's a walk to Daniel. So with 1 out and 2 on, reminder too, the ACC Women's Lacrosse Championship from Charlotte starts this week. 11 a.m. April 22nd. All ACC is going to be there as well on site to see them crown a champion in women's lacrosse. It is a terrific event. If you're in the uptown Charlotte area, if you like lacrosse, you'll love this event. Some of the best teams in the country will be there, and full coverage on ACC Network and always on the ESPN app. First walk of the day issued by Lynch. And Tar Heels are out having a little bit of a confab here with 1 out and 2 on. And Matt Mateus throwing in the Carolina bullpen.
Good visit, though. You settle him down. You got the top part of the order. 3rd time around now that this prolific offense is going to see Lynch. So you got to get him to establish what has been working for him. And it's been early. It's been strike 1. Getting hitters behind on counts 0-1. It's been his MO.
When Georgia Tech is threatened today, the double play has been Carolina's best friend, and here is Burris. who takes a strike at 96 from Lynch.
And he lands it.
Yep.
Exactly what he's supposed to do. Now puts the hitter a little bit back. Wondering if he's going to go with the slider, or will he continue trying to get that fastball in to turn 2?
You see just one hit between those guys at the top of the order for James Ramsey. Ball and a strike.
Lynch has been in this already a couple times. 2 runners on, 1 out. And both times it's been the infield that has bailed him out.
That was 96 and almost unbuttoned the jersey.
I got a feeling some guys in Georgia Tech dugout say, you got to wear that for the team. 96, I'm not wearing anything.
2-1.
He's having a tough time following up the delivery, and I love the fact that they notice that you do have one warming up in the bullpen as well. But
yeah, Mateus down there, veteran guy for Scott Forbes. Burris was taken all the way, and it's 3-2.
See what pitch he threw to? Went with the slider there.
Yep.
3-1 slider says a lot. It's that pitch that he can control. Does he go right back to it again?
7 home runs for Burris. There's ball 4. So now they're loaded. And will Lynch see Lackey here? 2 walks to go with the single by Curse.
Well, he's going to look for his best friend again. That double play that was the last time Von Lackey was on. It was a 4-3 unassisted double play.
Dozen homers, 45 RBIs for Lackey. 0 for 6 on the weekend. There's a slider.
Yeah. 84 miles per hour.
Bases loaded for Georgia Tech. Do it again inside, 1-1.
Yeah, he saw it the first time. He saw exactly what it did. The second time did not flinch, and then he rolled with it. So you have to come either with the fastball right here. I know he has not had good control with it, but you have to show him something different than the slider.
The 1-1. That was high, 2-1.
95 mile per hour up in the zone.
Yep.
Advantage now definitely goes to Lackey here on a 2-1 count. Third time he's seen him.
By Lackey standards, he's due. Two-1. Took all the way, fastball strike.
He was sitting slider. Sometimes you get too smart up the plate. You got to pitch, and that's why he stepped way out of the box. He's coming in trying to now say, don't think, and now you have to react.
Yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded with 1 out. Fouled away.
You sure no foul balls coming here?
Not on the regular. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Have some fun, 2-5. Here we go, back. Nobody better.
2-2. Sharply hit. Could be 2 more. 4, 6, 3. Another double play. Georgia Tech wants to appeal, I think.
They want to appeal, but I will be honest with you here. Lackey hits.
Georgia Tech is challenging the call at first base.
The second time he hits that ground ball, and the job that Lynch has done on the mound to be able to induce another ground ball with runners in scoring position is impressive. Even if it's a safe call and it gets reversed, excellent execution.
Another look here. Boy, nice transition at second.
He's safe. From that angle. Now this might be a different. I think he's safe.
Hits the back again, before the ball gets into the mitt.
Yeah, but again, the call on the field. See, I think he's safe. And he actually, see where he steps on the bag? If he would have stepped on the front part of the bag, it would have been a lot better and easier call. By him stepping on top of the green bag, it makes it a lot more difficult. Fundamentally, you have to be able to step on that front part. These are the little things of the game, the little nuances that you have to get right. It's not only about hitting, it's not only about playing defense and pitching. The base running is extremely important.
So they're taking a look still, and they've seen the angles that we've shown you, maybe one or two more. And see what we have here. Like he said, he was safe. If so, Georgia Tech's going to get a run in.
After replay, the call overturned to safe. Runner at first, runner at third. Georgia Tech still has one challenge remaining.
So let's knock down Burris at second on the 4-6 force play for out number 2. And we're going to score Kirsch from third and put Lackey aboard. So it's 10-2 now. And James Ramsey wants to have a little bit of visit with Jaron Advincula. See what he's thinking here, huh?
Well, he's flown out twice already to center field on weak fly balls, and he wants him to get his pitch and have conviction behind that swing.
Advincula had one hit yesterday. He's 0 for 2 today. Drops that bat over his left shoulder.
It's really easy for the pitcher to take his fucking arm.
1-0 the count. 8-run lead for Carolina here in the 5th.
40 seconds between pitches.
Runners at the corners and 2 out. Caught the front edge on the outside half. 1 ball, 1 strike. 80 pitches in for Ryan Lynch. Looking for what would be his 3rd win. Hard fake at first by Lackey. Advincula was swinging. Fouled it away. Feels like another little moment in the game, huh?
It does. Every time Lynch has been able to prevail.
1-2. Sharply hit foul. The old phrase for a catcher, Von Lackey runs well, is appropriate here. He runs very well for a catcher. Yeah. There are a lot of things he does well for a catcher. If he played another position, he'd do a lot of things well, I think.
Absolutely.
1-2. Slug past the diving Paulson into right field. Another run is in. Daniel scores from third. Lackey will move all the way around to third.
I wonder if that's going to be it for Lynch. Another hard hit ball on the ground. This one gets by their defense and Paulson at first. But with 2 strikes, the Georgia Tech offense just cannot sleep on them. They continue to peck away.
Yep.
After allowing 3 in the bottom half of the 4th inning, they bounce back with 2.
And Scott Forbes still up on the rail as Alex Hernandez stands in. Winslow, is he going to walk out all the way? I think so. So the process might be in motion here.
Well, he's loose out there already. Well, he's been throwing for quite some time.
Well, Mateus has been joined, and here is McDuffie. I think this is what they're waiting on.
Okay.
Is Walker McDuffie, the sophomore who appeared last night for North Carolina, to get the ball here today on Saturday as well. And looks like Scott Forbes is on the walkie-talkie down to the bullpen, and Winslow may walk back, and if so, that might be the time Forbes appears. We'll see. McDuffie worked an inning last night through 13 pitches in recording his 9th save, and here comes Forbes, and that'll be it for Lynch. So with 2 outs in the 5th and 2 runs in, Carolina's going to make the change. And Brian Lynch, Eduardo, pretty good today for the Tar Heels, huh?
Pretty darn good.
Yep.
Ryan Lynch, who pitched to that score. And one of the big reasons why the Carolina offense was able to be on the aggressive early is him being able to neutralize this lineup, a prolific lineup of Georgia Tech, not once but twice through the order.
Yep. And here comes Walker McDuffie from Broadway, North Carolina, into the lineup for the Tar Heels. And Lynch, and deservedly so, gets a nice round of applause from the folks here at the Bosch in Chapel Hill. We'll step aside. Georgia Tech has plated a couple of runs here in the 5th. Carolina still in control.
Now pitching for your Tar Heels, number 4.
Well, North Carolina 10, Georgia Tech 3. Tar Heels make a pitching change, and here he is, friends. 5'11", 180-pound sophomore from Broadway, North Carolina. Population 1,264 in Lee County. Here is Walker McDuffie.
It's 63 when he's here. I'll tell you this, when you look at the record, you see the numbers, they're all there. He's got the Danny Graves glasses on. Homage to the great Danny Graves, University of Miami, ACC guy.
Oh, a member of our ACC network family, huh?
Of course, got to go there.
Here's his look in April. How about 12 innings, only 6 hits, 11 Ks. 2 runs, both earned, and now he's working to Hernandez, who has a single in the 2nd, and swing and a miss there on McDuffie.
McDuffie, he forces you to go the other way. You try to pull him, that's exactly what you're going to get right there. He'll throw any pitch at any count.
The 1-1. Just missed, 2-1. Fastball at 91. He strikes you as just the young guy, comes in with the glasses and the glove.
Goes here to sleep.
Yep. And then all of a sudden, kapow. 2-1. Fooled Hernandez completely at 81 there.
That's why the mindset has to be middle the other way. Then you can track that pitch a little bit longer. Love the fact what Hernandez did there. Step back, gathered himself, and now he's up for the grind here on 2-2s. Twos all over the board.
Jackson placed 2 here in the inning. Down to a last strike though. Called strike 3. McDuffie comes in and puts out the fire, if there was one. Georgia Tech gets 2. Still 10-3 Carolina. James Ramsey next. (10-3) Carolina leads. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Georgia Tech's head coach is James Ramsey, and I know you were hoping for a better start, but you've had some threats here in the middle frames. I know you want to keep that part of this going, don't you?
Yeah, Wes, I think last night we talked about towards the end of the game just winning innings, and we did down the stretch. Our guys came in after McKee and did a really good job throwing the ball. You know, I think it's uncharacteristic for us to not have cashed in. We've done a great job all year with 2 strikes, with 2 outs, being a resilient group. We've done a lot of the little things right, and unfortunately this weekend, Carolina's, done a great job. You got to tip their hat to them for their execution.
Well, now second half of this ball game, what do you want to see from your offense?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just staying within yourself. I mean, that's what we've done all year to have the big swing, as guys have just done their thing, backing the ball up, letting it travel, doing damage when the ball's in the middle of the plate. I think that's the thing, is when you start to have opportunities and you're playing from behind, you really want to make it happen instead of just letting the game happen and come to you.
Big win for your daughter today in soccer.
Scoring goals, man. She's a savage. She loves playing. She's out around all these guys all the time, so it's going to be a coach's kid for sure.
There we go.
James, thanks, bud.
Appreciate it, guys. Always a pleasure. Go Jackets.
Dimitri Angelakos is the new pitcher for Georgia Tech. Freshman from Woodstock. Another one of those Metro Atlanta guys. And Angelakos, 4th pitcher of the day for Ramsey's club. And he draws Tyler Howe. Batting in the 6th spot today. 0 for 2. Two and 0 it is to Howe.
Any other team, any other game, I would say that a 7-run lead, you can pretty much put this one in the bag. I think this is an important inning for Georgia Tech to be able to put a goose egg up here after having scored twice in the top half of the 5th inning.
Yeah.
They failed to hold Carolina in the bottom half of the 4th after they had scored 1. They have to be able. I think this right here would be the turning point emotionally and psychologically for Georgia Tech.
Angelakos, fly ball to center field. Burris, 3 big strides and a catch of the fly ball off the bat of Howe. You played in an era of college baseball where there was +5 ratios in bats, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
That didn't even exist. I never heard +5, plus. It was give me the aluminum bat and let's go.
Right.
As far as a player, as far as a young player, it changed.
Yeah.
In a major way.
But you played in an era where there was no run lead that was ever safe.
Never. And you're right. Give me that. What was it, the Easton Black Magic bat?
Yeah, there's a +5 bat for sure. Right? Easton at your place might have been, you know, whatever, some other venue, right? But
Louisville Sluggers.
Yeah, oh yeah. Fouled out of play off the bat of Nicholson.
So many out there right now. The Cat 5s from Marucci. You got T. Marinis. Yeah, you got a lot of them out there.
They're like basketball shoes now.
Yeah.
But the idea of the comeback now exists in a little different way.
Yes.
You have to have the inventory in your lineup of personnel to make the comeback. Used to be the equipment could make the comeback. Seam on the ball was down.
And the ballpark also plays into it.
Yep. Yep. And you got a 400-foot straightaway center field. We've already seen that attacked a couple times. You got down the line at 335 and left. A sky fly ball coming in from right is Baker, and it's going to hit. How about that? And Nicholson's going to round first and get to second.
Yeah, not a good jump from Baker. Did not read it well. And that hung up there for a long time. So rule of thumb is you count the seconds when hit up in the air. And it seemed like that ball was there for a long period of time. 1,001, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
By that time, that ball should be caught.
Double from Nicholson.
Ends up being a double instead of 2 outs with no one on.
Yep. And here's Heineck. Second time we've seen him struck out in the third.
And originally, correct me if I'm not wrong, but Hernandez was supposed to be in right field to start the game.
Yeah, Hernandez was listed as the right fielder in the original lineup, and then a position change was made. Baker went to right.
But from where he was and where he is right now in right field, you can tell that he did not pick the ball up. A point of contact.
1-1 to Heineck. Look out. Thank goodness the net's up. He lost the bat on the swing. Ball fouled away. Whoa. There's where the netting's your friend.
I'm a big fan of the netting all the way around.
Yep.
I'm glad it was adopted also at the professional level as well.
Angelakos waits to offer the 1-2. 2-2. Nicholson at second. There's one down here in the fifth for Carolina. On the ground, Kearse backs up. Long throw to first, and Schmidt makes a nice play on the bounce for out 2. Wow.
What Kearse has shown me this afternoon is great footwork. Watch the read right here so he can work the bounce. He takes a step back, then clears his body so he can allow to get the bigger hop towards the left. That right there takes skill, but it's footwork that made that happen. So again, everybody talks about the soft hands at shortstop. Yes, you need it. But if you don't have the footwork to be able to help the hands, that play isn't made.
2 outs, fastball for French. So oftentimes you'll hear people say, why didn't he charge it in that case? Ball was hit too sharply, right?
Well, there's a rule of thumb, and again, Perry Hill, one of the best infield instructors that I've ever met. He's the coach right now for the Seattle Mariners. His rule of thumb is simple. What he teaches, if ball hits dirt around the plate area, you charge. I don't care if you're a third baseman, shortstop, second, or first baseman. Ball hits dirt, you charge. You'll be able to catch that ball knee height. Now, if ball doesn't hit dirt, stay back on it, that ball will then be at a perfect bounce or hop for you.
How about that?
Yeah, because if ball hits dirt and you stay back and you hesitate,
Yeah.
you're caught in between now. And that second hop usually the ball takes up on you. That takes off on you.
2-1 to French. There's a fastball strike. Angelakos got a little pop. That was 93. Fastball got him there. So the double by Nicholson goes by the boards. Carolina shut out in their half of the fifth. ACC Baseball is presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense. The Old Well in Chapel Hill. Great to have you with us on ACC Network for this weekend series between Georgia Tech and North Carolina. The Tar Heels have had plenty to cheer about. 5-2 last night. It's 10-3 as we go to the sixth. You see the line. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Georgia Tech. 6 hits, a bunch of walks off Georgia Tech pitching has helped Carolina. 7 walks by the Jackets have allowed Carolina to build a double-figure number, and now Walker McDuffie in relief of Ryan Lynch. And 1 ball and 1 strike to Kent Schmidt, who had the first run of the day for Georgia Tech on a solo shot to dead center field back in the 4th. He opens the 6th and comes up empty on a breaking ball at 85 from McDuffie. One, 2 in the dirt, 2-2. Same 2 tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We'll be here for you on ACC Network. 2-2. Threw it through the wickets of Winslow, full.
Yeah, McDuffie against lefties has struck out 17, has walked 9 in 54 batters that he has faced. So he has had control issues against lefties because they're able to lay off some pitches.
And there's the walk to start the 6th for Georgia Tech. Schmidt's aboard. Folger Boas scheduled tomorrow for North Carolina. Georgia Tech has Jackson Blakely at 5-1 scheduled to go to the bump. There's a strike for Zuckerman, who singled in the 2nd, his 2nd hit of the weekend. Three walks today from Carolina pitching.
Not a big fan of the walk with nobody on to lead off an inning. It's amazing. It's amazing how if you get a hit to lead off the inning, it's not as intimidating as a walk.
That's right. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the ground, through the gap between first and second.
That's a nice piece of hitting.
Schmidt will hold at second, first and second, nobody out, and here's Baker, I think.
Now Gallagher playing more up the middle. See where he's at in the position. Just take what he gives you. And again, the approach. Right-handed hitters have to think the other way against McDuffie.
Zuckerman aboard at first. Here's Baker now. 0 for 4. That's in the dirt.
Great job by Winslow. You're going to need him because McDuffie lives on the chase. Lives on pitches that are going to be in the dirt. Winslow ready.
Baker taking all the way. Fastball, 1-1. On the ground, this could be 2, 6, 4, and safe at first. Down the line is Baker.
Well, Carolina defense has had a lot of opportunities this afternoon with the ground out to try to get 2. They were successful early getting 2. The last 2 have been force outs, but good turn, good feed and turn. Baker just a little too quick getting down the line.
Now batting number 3, Carson Curse.
Here's Carson Curse. He's been on base an inning ago with a single. Scored on the force play for the first of the 2 Georgia Tech runs an inning ago. Still a 7-run difference. You don't have to be, at least at this point, if you're James Ramsey, you can let Baker kind of let that play out over there at first if you want. 2-0 now to Curse.
We've seen so much of Georgia Tech this year and seen the offense. Again, I said it earlier, I'll say it again. 21 times this year they've scored more than 10 runs in a game.
Yeah.
No lead is safe with this team.
That's low. 3-0 now.
Should be the take right here, down 7.
.391 on the year for Curse. There's the strike. You've got Schmidt at third, Baker at first, and 1 out.
Let's do a 3.
Ball 4. Pitch was inside. Carolina's got Mateus back up in the bullpen again. Oh, and the left-hander, 35, is Jackson Rose. We're going to have an Etowah High School alumni party. He and Angelakos, both from Woodstock, Georgia. Here is Caleb Daniel. In the dirt, bats is away. From third comes Schmidt. He will score standing.
That walk always scores for some reason, right? They find a way. Winslow challenged back there right now. McDuffie continues to throw balls in the dirt. And it's interesting, early on in the game, it was Georgia Tech's inability to throw strikes. You saw a lot of walks. North Carolina capitalizing on that. And now we're seeing the same. Georgia Tech capitalizing the last 2 innings. 2 walks in the last inning, 2 more in this inning, and now a wild pitch to score 1.
Wild pitch gets Schmidt home. And Brian Gaines out for the visit. the associate head coach of the Tar Heels, to talk to Walker McDuffie. Let's see what's going on with his sophomore here, huh? 13 balls, 10 strikes of the 23.
And you told me he threw yesterday, right?
Yes.
Big inning, gets out of the big inning the last inning. Surprised to see him back out this inning.
McDuffie, visit concluded. 1-0 here to Daniel, who's been on base twice and scored once and has 3 hits this weekend. Got him. 1-1 on slider. Is he flipping it over as it comes through?
Yeah.
That was a hard throwing fastball on the inner half.
Yeah,
1 and 2 quickly.
He was 93. This one's 94. A little bit more conviction with this one, and I like that James Ramsey is now calling him over. Twice he's been on. But if there is a guy on this field that has had a lot of success from the left side of the plate hitting, is that third base coach, head coach, James Ramsey.
First time, by the way, an ACC Player of the Year has become the head coach of an ACC school in the nearly 75-year history of the league. Did that hit him? Yep. It did. Daniel will get first. And the bases are loaded for Burris.
I would be surprised right now if Burris faces McDuffie.
So Daniel aboard for a 3rd time. And Burris has been announced.
He's still in there.
Yep, no move either way. And here's McDuffie on the ground, and that'll be a 6-3 double play. How about that? Wow. First pitch swinging. Schaffner grabs it, steps on the bag, and makes a sharp throw to Paulson.
Get the hat trick for double plays for Carolina. Huge play defensively. Again, made the pitch, and defense taking care of the rest. Carolina up 6.
(10-4) Carolina. We welcome you back to Boshamer Stadium. Great to be with Eduardo Perez, Wes Durham, Matt Krause, and our terrific ACC Network crew. We're here for today and tomorrow. And the Tar Heels have been in control since they threw the first pitch last night. They got a great effort from DeCaro. Lynch has set them to succeed here today. Georgia Tech's rallies and kind of more in inning. It feels like the 1 and 2 and the 1 and 6. Although you could certainly throw the 3 double plays Carolina's pulled today off Georgia Tech hitting as big markers in the ball game. Because if any of those are lit, the Jackets might have a prime opportunity for a big inning.
100%. 100%. Really surprised that McDuffie was still in there and he executed a pitch.
Yep.
But then that burst swung at the first pitch after McDuffie was struggling to throw strikes.
You're the upping equivalent of a blue shell.
Schaffner.
Lock in.
2 and 1 to count to Jake. And now 3 and 1.
Thank you, Blue. Good job.
Walked him on 5 pitches. 8th walk of the day by Georgia Tech. So here is Gavin Gallagher.
How about Gallagher coming out to Elvis Crespo from Puerto Rico, song in the background, the walk-up song. Well, taking me right back home.
They heard you were coming.
Hobby.
Gallagher has changed the walk-up music up, we're being told, a couple times. And now, is that a thing too? You got to change the walk-up music to get your vibe right?
100%.
You're not having any success at the plate, change the music?
100%. It's the walk-up music's fault.
So, would you subscribe to the walk-up music he's using?
No.
Okay. You think this will help?
Because it's suavemente in English is softly. Not something I want to do softly at the plate.
Right. Best walk-up music you ever heard?
I want to say Ken Griffey Jr. had a very good one at the Kingdome in Seattle.
Oh.
Don't ask me to sing it because I can't.
What was it?
That's why I need to sing it in order to understand what it was. So let me Google this one.
Okay. I don't know that we want you to sing. I don't think your first trip here you went off of that for us. No. 1-1. Pitch is high to Gallagher. 2 and 1.
Anything for the love of the game, though.
Thank you, Billy. Push the sun up in the sky one more day, right? 2 and 1 to Gallagher. Schaffner's at first after the walk. Naughty by nature, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pop parade.
Yeah.
I knew I would find it.
Pretty good.
I loved it because everyone in the stadium knew it was coming up. Now, I will say this. My Girl by Francisco Lindor, when he comes up to start the game as the leadoff hitter, that song is phenomenal.
Yeah. Drilled to center. Burris there. Out number 1. Gallagher fired it right back out there. For me, Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train for Chipper Jones.
Really?
Oh, unbelievable. Because all you had to hear was the first 3 beats. And the Braves PA guys at home were phenomenal with it. Because they'd let 3 beats go and then now batting number 10, Chipper Jones. I mean, you just sold it. 1 out, 1 on here in the Carolina 6th. Tar Heels with a 6-run lead.
And for those Philly fans that are watching right now,
yeah,
Bryson Stott's phenomenal. The A-OK by Ty Verdes, unbelievable.
Huh.
If you haven't heard it, it is phenomenal. Look at Rich Waltz giving it to me as well.
Rich.
Oh.
Swinging and miss. 1 and 1. He's a great guy. Terrific.
Partner, mentor, all of the above.
Yeah. So Owen Hull hit a grand slam here in the second inning that blew this game open, basically.
Didn't waste any time either.
Nope.
First pitch slider, sees it up, did not miss.
One ball, one strike. Fastball. Angelakos drops it in. Now the shift.
Huge lead right now at first.
Yep. Schaffner's still there, and the throw over. Six-run lead for Carolina. Here in the bottom of the sixth with one out. That's high. 2-2.
Got to be careful here. Owen Hall already with 6 runs driven in this game. One swing in the bat could make it 8.
Almost a 90 degrees today in Chapel Hill. 2-2. Popped up and into the netting.
Living in Miami and coming up here,
yeah,
it's actually like a very comfortable almost 90 degrees here. All in.
Yeah, all in?
All in.
Want to come back, huh? Hang out for a while? 89 degrees. Folks are appropriately handling the weather. The SPF is in high demand. 2-2. Inside 3-2. That was a fastball at 93.
All right, time to send Schaffner now. Schaffner over at first.
Okay.
3-2, 1 out. Maybe I won't say it that loud.
That might be the lamest group of dudes in all of Atlanta. Hits the ball.
Angelakos from the belt. Runner goes. Ball 4. Hall goes to first base for the 3rd time in 4 trips today. He's had a single, a home run, an RBI fly ball to center field, and now a walk in the 6th. And way too many walks for James Ramsey and Matt Taylor's liking today, Eduardo.
Yeah, way too many walks. And walks leads to a lot of trouble, a lot of pressure to be put on the pitches. It's exactly what you're getting. But give the hitters a lot of credit, too. They've been laying off some nasty pitches.
Yep. So Hull, and here comes Matt Taylor for a visit with Dimitri Angelakos.
You should tell her to pick up more.
And a 6-run lead for North Carolina, and a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the 6th. And while Matt Taylor visits, quick reminder to you about the latest edition of All Access. The ACC Life premieres on Tuesday night, 10 o'clock Eastern time, featuring Sidney Smith, the defensive anchor of Duke's women's lacrosse team. We'll check in on Louisville baseball and also Pitt softball. Unprecedented access into the lives of student athletes, coaches, staff, parents, and fans. It's all about All Access, the ACC Life. And it premieres this latest edition Tuesday night on ACC Network, streaming live on the ESPN app. Of the 9 walks issued today by Georgia Tech, 5 of them have scored. And in a 6-run game, that counts. And here is Winslow, who homered last night and homered again here today. First pitch. Couldn't wait to swing the bat. Fouled it away.
Mason Winslow's been hearing all the hype, and rightfully so, from Von Lackey behind the plate. He's like, don't forget about me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty darn good as well.
Transferred over from Duke. And Chris Pollard left to go to Virginia. Winslow sought another place. Some of those guys, 7 of those Duke players, went to Charlottesville with Chris Pollard when he left Duke last year. Macon Winslow came here to Carolina.
So did he stay in the same apartment?
Well, the transfer portal has been a very interesting thing, Eduardo, in this part of the world. There has been a basketball player play 1 year at North Carolina, the next year at NC State. There have been some football players who have gone the 8 miles from Durham to Chapel Hill and vice versa. Fly ball. Will it stay on foul territory? And no, it's going to get to the seats. However, I will share with you, we have not had the one thing yet that a lot of people are waiting to see happen for the first time at some point.
And that is?
We have not seen a basketball player go from one to the other, or vice versa. From Carolina to Duke, or Duke to Carolina. In this transfer portal era. 3-2 to Winslow, who is from Catfish Hunter's hometown, by the way, Hartford, North Carolina.
How about that?
Throw back to second. Bad tag.
You want to go 6 degrees of separation with Catfish
Sure.
Hunter?
Let's go.
How about we just go 2?
Okay.
Catfish Hunter, 1967.
For the A's?
For the Athletics.
Sure.
At the Big A in Anaheim. All-Star game.
Popped up. And it's going to be flagged in foul territory by Schmidt for out number 2.
All-Star game. They go extra innings. Catfish Hunter ends up being the losing pitcher in that game.
Oh, no.
Gave up a home run to a young Tony Perez, my father.
I knew it. I knew we were getting there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's before they enclosed the Big A the first time, right?
That's when it was really beautiful, that stadium, right?
Yeah. Where they had the Big A out in center field.
Yep.
Oh, man. 2 out, 2 on for Carolina. And here is Paulson. Held up, ball 1. Singled in the 3rd, bounced to short in innings 1 and 4 for the Tar Heels. Carolina got 3 in the 1st and 4 in the 2nd today. If you go back to last night's box score, they put 3 on the board in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and made it 5-0 through 3. Today, it was 7 through 2 and 10 through 4. One. In for a strike. 1 and 2.
Good location there. A lot of right-handed pitchers like to go in on lefties, and rightfully so. That one, good movement back.
Yeah. Lackey held on to it. Paulson swung. It's called a strikeout. Linus Baker. And now we got the third base umpire, Kevin Sweeney, in discussion.
And I love what Linus Baker did. He didn't call it immediately. He looked at his third base umpire, Kevin Sweeney, to confirm if the ball had hit the dirt or not. And then he made the call. Nothing wrong with that right there.
Strikeout of Paulson. Carolina leaves 2. No hits in the inning for the Tar Heels, who still lead by 6.
I cannot help my fixation.
The real fun just getting started.
Run straight for the breakaway.
The celebration is on. Well, College World Series in Omaha. Full coverage on the ESPN, the family of networks. Both these teams would love a crack at that opportunity to get back to downtown. 10-4 Carolina as we play on here in the 7th. Lackey leads off for Georgia Tech. Von Lackey 0 for 3 today. He's 0 for 7 this weekend. You see Georgia Tech, Carolina both projected in D1 baseball as top seeds. Tar Heels last year were in the top 8 national seed and then lost in the Super Regional to Arizona. That ball slugged to left, right at Howe, 1 away. Howe made a play last night to end the game on Lackey. He ran from about where he's standing right now to the line to make a catch to end the game. Frustrating first couple of ball games for the Georgia Tech catcher for sure.
Duffy continuing to stay out there and getting them big outs.
And Vincula
quick out there.
Yep, first pitch swinging, skies it. Schaffner will have it out too.
And I'll say this for James Ramsey, his team has scored a lot this year. They've been winning a lot, so they get the lead early. But when they're playing from behind, I think they have to take a seat back and and adjust a little bit. Maybe it's allow the pitcher to get himself in some trouble. We saw the double play, Burris, first pitch.
Yeah, right.
And again, right there, another jam shot pop-up on the first pitch.
Here's Hernandez. RBI single in the 5th.
Scoreboard dictates what you do. Right now, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets are not allowing that scoreboard to dictate what they're doing.
Meanwhile, McDuffie fought through the ills of an inning ago.
Yeah, they had him on the ropes.
Yep, and he's just kind of bounced right back. Went to the neutral corner, got a cup of water, and has come back fine. He took a couple punches last inning. And now it's 3-0 to Hernandez. There's ball 4. You say that, he just issued a walk.
Yeah.
With 2 outs here in the 7th. And that will bring Schmidt to the plate. And you see Mateus and Rose still participating in the bullpen. In for a strike at 93. We'll take Nicholson and put the shift on an 0-1 count. Still 2 down though. That's an inside. 1-1. 38 pitches for McDuffie as we play here in the 7th. Another one in the dirt. 2-1. Looking around the early action in the ACC on this Saturday. Virginia and Clemson playing a winter series clinching game. Each team's won. Cavaliers Thursday night, Clemson last night. Nate Savoy hit 2 home runs for Eric Bakic's Tigers. They're 3-1 Virginia in the 6th. BC 3, Duke 1 also in the 6th this afternoon. Florida State 6, Notre Dame 1 in Tallahassee.
That's a good take. It's not where he was looking. 3-1, you're down anyway. You need base runners.
Yep.
Good take right there.
By the way, NC State, Wake Forest getting ready to start top of the hour. Elliot Avent's team going to have to reload and retool after last night, Eduardo.
Goldfish memory, flush it down.
Swing and a miss. Schmidt down on strikes. They got 2 outs pretty quick, and then a walk to Hernandez, a little stress, and then McDuffie comes back and strikes out Schmidt. Nothing for Georgia Tech. They lead 1 here in the 7th. Well, quick check of weekend number 7 in the ACC. We told you number 9 Virginia trying to take the series from Clemson today. That's been pretty interesting. 3 ball games at Charlottesville and Fish. Boston College, you're a fan of where the Eagles are going, huh?
I love where they're going with all of this. I love that they take advantage of other teams' weaknesses and they continue to just play really good defense as well. They pitched well.
Yeah, they're trying to grab the first 2 from Duke after winning 11-1 yesterday. Florida State got a 3-hitter and 7 Ks from Wes Mendez. They run ruled Notre Dame yesterday as well. And NC State, Wake Forest, and still to come Miami, Stanford, Louisville, Cal, Pitt, Virginia Tech. All later today in the ACC. McDuffie looks like the day may be done. Angelakos, 2-0 pitch to Howe is skied. And in from left is Daniel for out number 1. So 1 away, and Nicholson scheduled to bat here with 1 out in the 7th.
Now batting number 1, Nicholson.
There's some coaching theories of if you're the road team in an ACC series or a road team in any college baseball series, it could be high school, what have you. You don't want to lose all 3.
No, anywhere.
You don't want. You'd like to win 2, but you definitely want to win 1. And that ball is hammered by Nicholson to left, and it is gone. Cooper Nicholson, a home run. Ninth of the year for Nicholson.
Didn't miss that one. You knew it as soon as he hit it. He knew it as soon as he hit it. Caught it out front, kept it fair.
Third home run of the day for Carolina.
It's all balance. Put that foot down. See it through. Put your head down and take 3 left turns, as Jim Tomey would say. Love taking 3 left turns.
11-4 now. Fouled out of play by Heineck. With 1 out and 1 in here in the 7th for Carolina. That is 6 home runs in 2 games for North Carolina. Georgia Tech has Kent Schmidt with a home run so far in the series. Ball and 2 strikes it is to Heineck. With 1 out here in the 7th and a run in on the homer. Fastball up. 2-2. Did he pull? Nope. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Georgia Tech's got a left-hander, Caden Campbell, transfer from Louisville, working down in the right field corner. Popped up. Out goes the second baseman, and he'll give way. Baker makes the play. Out number 2. So 2 away, and Carter French will try and add to the tally. Carolina just 7 hits, 11 runs. They've left 4. Georgia Tech's got 8 hits, 4 runs. The walks are the difference in the ball. They are. And the double plays that Carolina's turned.
Carolina has been able to turn 3 double plays, 2 of them unassisted, but the walks, 9 total, is just a little too much.
Yep. Got the letters for a strike on French quickly, 0-2.
And Georgia Tech comes in here as the number 2 ranked school team in the nation, but Carolina at 3, you cannot allow to give them that many walks to a team that can pitch so well.
Yeah. Away from Angelakos to French, 1-2. And the other part too, I thought you touched on this earlier, Eduardo. Carolina's turned the volume up from the first pitch in both ball games, right?
They really have.
I mean, goodness. Hit by pitch will send French to first. And here's Schaffner.
Here's James Ramsey.
And James Ramsey's coming out, and this will be a change for Georgia Tech. And the left-hander will make the move. So we get a pitching change for the Jackets. Georgia Tech's going to bring in a left-hander here. And we'll step aside. 11-4 North Carolina. Bottom of the 7th. Continues in a moment. Well, Eduardo, we've talked about helping your team. How about double plays, huh?
Oh, 4-6-3, the first one, and then the 4 unassisted to be able to get a huge inning-ending double play. And let's not forget about the bases-loaded first pitch. Burris swinging at it, and guess what? Another double play. This one unassisted by Schaffner at short.
11-4 North Carolina. Jake Schaffner will be the first Tar Heel to face Georgia Tech's 5th pitcher of the day. And here is Caden Campbell, transfer from Louisville, native of Cincinnati. 10th appearance on the year, and you see a 4.7 ERA with just 7 2/3 innings of work, 8 Ks, 6 walks, and 7 hits for Campbell. And a lefty on lefty setup here with 2 outs in the 7th. Comes out a little sidearm. Maybe a little lower, right?
Little 3/4 action, but cross body.
Schaffner has tied a season high for a Carolina player this year with 4 walks in the ball game today. It is his career high. He's also scored 3 times. One. Runner goes. Lackey throws down offline, and it's a stolen base for French.
Good jump right there by French. Steals his 4th base of the season in 5 attempts.
Contrary to Carolina, North Carolina, or contrary to Georgia Tech, and call 3rd strike on Schaffner will end the half inning. French left the board. Tar Heels get a run on the Nicholson home run. It's 11-4. We go to the 8th next. 11-4 North Carolina. We go to the 8th.
Wes, what are you doing out there?
Stop it. Come on, Eduardo.
Oh, I thought it was you.
No, it's not me. I'm up here. Remember?
That's right.
Oh, Walker McDuffie gets the ball. He's not out of the ball game. How about this?
How about that, huh?
Yeah. So away he goes here to the 8th, facing Zuckerman to start. That's the great thing I like about college baseball. There's always some place in the ballpark, kind of an obscure spot to watch the game around the country, especially in the Southeast. Some of the way these ballparks were put in.
Wedged into a tight spot.
Yep.
I've seen games at University of Miami from the parking lot in right field.
Yep. Yep. At BC, you used to broadcast from the parking lot to do baseball before they moved out to the new complex.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 2-2 to Zuckerman. 2 for 3 today. Called strike 3.
Oh, he's feeling it now.
Yep.
They had him on the ropes a couple innings ago in a big double play. Bailed him out of it, and since then he has been nails. And it's that slider that he's found the arm slot for. Been throwing it for strikes. Another backwards looking strikeout, second consecutive strikeout.
Here is Baker. 367 on the year, 0 for 3 today, 0 for 5 in the series. And that is a storyline through 2 days here in Chapel Hill. One ball, one strike now to Will Baker. The Aussie. Sophomore from Queensland. That is a long way. But I am fascinated, Eduardo, about the players that are coming from Australia to play professional
Really
baseball, to play collegiate baseball.
Charles Pizzana.
Just off the plate. 3-1.
Check his draft king. Come on, Blue.
McDuffie cuts it loose, in for a strike at 82.
What I'm trying to figure out is a lot of the players that are coming from Australia that are really, really good are left-handed hitters.
Did he go? No. Ball 4 on a full count. Baker aboard for the third time today.
Just tells you that McDuffie's pitch is that slider, because you're up already 7 runs and you're still going to that slider in the top half of the 8th inning.
And we're going to get a pinch runner for Georgia Tech. Parker Brocious, the senior, is out to run for Baker at first. And Carson Kerr stands in. So Brocious will run here in the 8th. And it's 1-0 to Curse. Slug to right and fading away, foul off the bat of Curse. 1 ball, 1 strike. Surprised to see McDuffie out there?
I am. 2 innings ago, I was surprised that he was still out there.
Yeah.
And again, it had to do with the big double play he was able to get from Drew Burris.
Yep. In the dirt, they're going to send Brocious on the ball in the dirt. He'll get to second. So 2-1 will be the count to Curse. That's in the dirt. 3-1. Caleb Daniel on deck for Georgia Tech. It's called a pass ball, by the way. Slug to center. Hall back into his left on the track. Out number 2. Brocious will tag at second and advance to third. First gave it a ride, but Hall was right there.
That'll be all for McDuffie.
Yep, here comes Scott Forbes. Carolina going to make a change. And they're going to go get a right-hander. So the Tar Heels will go, I believe, here to Matthew Mateus.
Mateus has been up. He's been up for the last few innings.
Yep.
So he's nice and loose and ready to come in this game.
Shouldn't be a lot of change for Forbes. Won't take him long to warm up. 11-4 Carolina. 2 out in the Georgia Tech 8th when we come back to Chapel Hill.
Fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. Visit activate.espn.com to see if you have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Back in Chapel Hill with Eduardo Perez, West Durham, and here is Matthew Mateus, who has thrown a simulated game in the Carolina bullpen.
Yeah, he's got a shutout going in that bullpen. I'm telling you, for quite some time. But the numbers don't lie. He's a control guy.
Yeah.
You look at the 17 and the third innings of WAR, 20 strikeouts. He can get that swing and miss if you need it. But lathered up, he is, and he's wearing my favorite number as well.
Oh yeah. Yep. Big Dog wore 24, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. By the way, you know who went to school here?
Ron Mauer?
Well, that. There's somebody tied to your dad that went to school here. Swing and a miss. I just thought of this, and I should have mentioned this earlier today. Did not play with your dad.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
But worked with your dad. Went to school here. Freddie Kiger, who's keeping stats for us, knows.
Well, he knows everything from the Civil War this way, so.
Yeah, fact. 0-2 to Caleb Daniel.
I do my homework as well.
Former Fighting Purple Hurricane Caleb Daniel standing in. Been on base 3 times today. 0-2. Fouled it off to stay alive.
And if you wonder why he does have the strikeouts, 20 strikeouts in 17 and the third innings, it's because of his release. Matthews comes all the way from the top, and it's equally as difficult not only for right-handed hitters but also for left-handed hitters that do not get to see that arm angle as much. Now I'm curious, who did work with my dad?
Marty Brenneman.
Marty. Really?
Went to school here. Sure did.
Marty Brenneman.
Yep. Oh, 2 in the dirt, 1-2.
Marty Brenneman, 700 WLW in Cincinnati.
That's it, yeah.
Along with Joe Nuxall, every time the games ended, it was, and this one belongs to the Reds.
That's right.
That was, I grew up listening to 700 WLW.
That's why I brought it up.
And by the way, the legend will continue with the Brennemans because his grandchild is unbelievable as well.
I've heard. 1-2. Fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Daniel. Caleb Daniel, for a 9-hole hitter, is a pretty nice player, Eduardo.
Oh, yeah. Tough to break this lineup in, right? He comes in hitting .316 with an on-base percentage of .385 in this game. That's gone up since.
1-2. Fly ball toward the neighborhood that Owen Hall lives in. And there it is. A walk does not come home to roost. Carolina 11, Georgia Tech 4 when we continue on ACC Network. ACC Baseball is presented this afternoon by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense. Owen Hall, grand slam for Carolina in the 2nd inning. Broke this game wide open. Tar Heels had posted 3 in the first. Hall's grand slam gave them 4 in the second. They led 7-0. Georgia Tech got a run in the 4th before Tar Heels added 3 more in their half. Hall will bat 2nd in this frame in the 8th. Here is Charlie Wilcox pitching now for Georgia Tech. And Wilcox gets the ball, and you see 10th appearance on the year, 12 1/3 innings, 18 hits, 12 Ks, 6 walks on the resume of Charlie Wilcox. We've also got a new catcher in the lineup for Georgia Tech as well. There's a look at Drew Rogers.
I like this, giving him some time right now. Drew Rogers, good pop. They're looking at him. He's a sophomore eligible next year as well. But you get him in. You have a day game tomorrow. You had a night game yesterday. You're able to give Lackey some time off his legs as well.
So Lackey's out of the game. You saw Rogers check in. And Parker Brocious has stayed in the ball game. He's gone to right field. And fouled out of play by Gallagher. And there's Brocious. And Wilcox to work as the 6th pitcher of the day for Georgia Tech. And that's low for ball 1. Gavin Gallagher. Big time threat in the postseason. Slapped on the ground. That will dance through. And into center field. Leadoff single for Carolina. with a man on.
What an afternoon for Hull. 2 for 2, 6 runs driven in. Let's not forget about that grand slam he hit on the first pitch he saw in the second at bat. Counted for all runs in the bottom of the second inning.
Fouled away. Oh, 0-1 it is to Hull. It's interesting. You look at Gallagher's got a single. He's been on base now 4 times today. Reached on a fielder's choice, a walk, and 2 singles now. The top of the order. We're going to run some numbers tonight. The top of the order for North Carolina, Eduardo, just been unbelievable.
Yeah, really darn good.
I mean, not
7 runs scored amongst the top 3 in the order.
Yeah, not just the 4 runs yesterday and the 7 runs today in the first 2 innings, but the production or the on-base percentage or whatever you want to tally up. The first 3, you want to throw Winslow in, fine. First 4 guys have been a difference maker for Scott Forbes. And it's more pronounced because Georgia Tech has not been able to build any momentum in these first 2 games. Today's momentum has been, last night it was snuffed out by Jason DeCaro. Georgia Tech hadn't been able to build anything today because of double plays and the walks. 2-2 it is to Hull. Called strike 3. Out number 1. Partisans here at Bosch are not exactly thrilled with Linus Baker punching out Owen Hull.
Yeah, they're not too happy. I mean, you're up 7, you're still not happy, but you are. And look, what a day, because you get to celebrate the 2016.
Sure.
That goes all the way to the championship game in Omaha, and then you're able to represent early on and be able to take the energy out of Georgia Tech, just like yesterday.
Yep. Winslow stands in. He was called out on strikes in innings 1 and 2, and then to make up for that, hit a 2-run homer in the 4th. The 1-0, runner goes. Ball slipped out of the mid of Rogers. That'll send Gallagher to second. He was already running. 2-0 will be the count. And I don't know in the big picture, we'll have to ask James Ramsey tomorrow before the game. Tomorrow feels pretty big, and you mentioned this earlier. They have Wake Forest at home next weekend, who hung 22 last night on NC State, right?
Right.
Duke at home, and then they finish at Boston College.
I think the difference is they're going to be at home. Different team when you play at home, and the advantage definitely will go to them. And you learn from your losses, and I think this is what team sports, especially baseball, and it's how do you bounce back from it. Baseball players are so good at being able to bounce back from bad at-bats, and from games as well. But I still think that James Ramsey has to sit back and look at his team and say, okay, what is our approach going to be when we are down? Because yesterday they weren't able to bounce back, and today they weren't either as well. They weren't as well.
Yeah. 3-1. Strike to the letters. So my question would be this then. Do you say tomorrow, hey, look, because they felt, I think we saw a group today that felt like they were going to bounce back today, right? At least early on it felt.
Well, they have the ability to bounce back because they've scored over 10 runs 21 times this season, but it's how do you do it? How do you work counts?
Yeah.
And it not only goes to the offense, it also goes to the pitching. How are we able to keep and put goose eggs on after we had given up some runs to be able to give our offense a chance? There are times where it's 3-1 count that you have to take for the good of the team. And we didn't see that at some times here today.
Yeah. I think the other part that's going to be fascinating tomorrow, North Carolina who went 2-1 last week at Clemson, including a 14-inning victory. Carolina is starting to go this way. They feel like they're ascending now. I mean, this is playing well offensively, defensively. The pitching has been strong, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
10 walks now issued by Georgia Tech today. And out goes Rogers. And a conversation taking place with Wilcox.
Yeah, it's hard to win when you give up free passes.
Yeah,
it really is. And this it's part of the game they're going to have to clean up. But at the same time, give a lot of credit to the way that North Carolina approached early on in this game. Their approach was impeccable. Their left-handed hitters crowded the plate. Their right-handed hitters got away from the plate.
Yeah.
They had a game plan, and it worked.
Scott Forbes putting that chapstick on.
Get that SPF
That's
back.
exactly right.
Protect it.
We just moved out of the top 4 when Winslow drew the walk. The top 4 today for North Carolina have scored 8 runs. They've drawn 8 walks. They're 5 of 12 at the plate and have 8 RBIs. Now, 5 of those, 6 of those belong to Owen Hall.
All I heard is I better have 8 as my Powerball number.
In for a strike. 1 and 2 it is to Paulson.
I'm an optimist here.
I hear it. We'll be with you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for game 3 of this weekend set. The ball's fouled out of play. It'll hold at 1 and 2. What a busy weekend of baseball. Another 8-series weekend in the ACC. 1 and 2. Fouled away again. Down there towards your rental car. 1 and 2 it is. Carolina, a win today would be 5 straight, 8 of 9. They'd move to 33-6 and 15-5. And here's the thing: it'd be a tie atop the ACC standings with Georgia Tech. 2 and 2. We showed you those earlier. Boston College is in kind of the neighborhood too, behind Carolina and Georgia Tech. Off the plate, and it's full. Wilcox. Foul back by Paulson.
How about North Carolina continuing to apply the pressure? Right there, both runners going on the pitch. 3-2, 1 out.
Putting people in motion.
Put the pressure on the defense. Really opens up that left side of the infield even more with the shift.
Runners go again. Paulson will line it to left, and going back is Daniel. He'll have it for out number 2. Everybody's got to turn and burn back to second and first, respectively. So 2 away now on the fly ball from Paulson, and that'll bring Tyler Howe to the plate.
How about Paulson right there, letting Tyler Howe know exactly what the action is of the pitch. Good teamwork there.
With 2 down, Howe waits. 0 for 4 today. Strike 1 to Howe. He was 2 for 4 last night with a strikeout. Pitched up on play, 0-2. Nicholson on deck, who homered an inning ago for the Tar Heels. One ball, 2 strikes. Two out and 2 on for Carolina. Slug down the line in right and fair. It'll get to the wall on a hop. 2 more are going to score. And it's 13-4.
It's a nice piece of hitting, getting on top of that ball and then pulling it down the line. Carolina continuing to apply the pressure. Walks will haunt you, and this pitch stays up. It drilled. Great extension on that.
So 2 more in. 9-run lead. Runner at second and 2 outs. Two RBIs for Howe. If Carolina can push the run from second over before they get the 3rd out, Georgia Tech, this would qualify as a run rule, and the ball game would come to an end. So if something goes in the gap here from Cooper Nicholson, or as he did an inning ago out of the ballpark, pitch is high.
I would argue anything on contact as a hit.
Yeah.
Because he will be going upon contact at second.
That's right. So Howe at second after the double. First hit of the day, 3rd hit of the weekend. And there's a walk to Nicholson. And Tar Heels are getting into the into the ball game. Comes Jaden Nunez from Doral Academy in Miami. 286 on the year. He's got 6 hits and 21 at bats and 7 RBIs. Struck out 5 times as Nunez. There it is. And there's the hit up the middle. The throw to third, not in time. And Howe turned third and fell.
He fell. I think he would have scored.
Yep.
He slipped at third base on the throw over to first base, and that's why I was a little concerned. Why don't you just go home? Because you're not going to get Nunez. Right there, he trips.
Yep.
Actually, with Coach Forbes at third. That's...
So Nunez is aboard. He got a single. Nicholson went to second, and Howe somehow still at third. And here's Carter French.
Made contact there with Coach Forbes at third base.
Howe?
Yeah, he did, and that's why he tripped. I think that was upon an umpire's discretion. If not, because usually anytime a coach touches a player while the play is on, that player could be called out.
1-0. 2-0. Bases are loaded. A walk here, by the way, would end the game.
Watch the foot. Watch when he trips right here.
Oh, yeah. Two and 0. There's a strike. Carter French has scored once on a walk in the 3rd. Struck out and was hit by a pitch. Also a fly ball to center. 0 for 2 officially. Held up there. Ball 3.
They're one pitch away from this thing being over.
Yep. Three and 1. 13-4. Ball 4. Ball game. The walk to French adds to Georgia Tech's walk total. That's 11 of them today. And the Tar Heels, 12 now, beg your pardon. And the Tar Heels have won the series with Georgia Tech. Can they sweep? We'll find out tomorrow. But the first 2 days, they've been very impressive.
Tell me again the walks. How many?
12.
12. That right there, it's appropriate the way this ended with a walk. Again, 6 runs scored via the walk. This just cannot happen for a team ranked as high as Georgia Tech. It's something that they're going to have to clean up. I know they're on the road. Great job by North Carolina. They didn't chase out of the zone. Again, just like yesterday, they scored 5 in the first 2 innings. Today, they come out 7 with a grand slam from their guy, Owen Hall, their center fielder that put this game pretty much away.
So great to spend the afternoon with Eduardo Perez. Thanks to our producer,
Let's do this,
Matt Krause. We are going to do it tomorrow. All right. Yeah, terrific ACC Network crew. Thanks to our statistician, Freddie Kiger. Off next, we go to Tallahassee. Here's Chucky Kemp and Jenny Dalton Hill.